you guys explored the sanitation bunker, discovering that it was primarily built for military use, with well, primarily built for military benefit, with secondary benefit to the local civilian population being the water, sanitation, and treatment facility. You did find and extract the pre-tech filtration unit in its entirety, rather than breaking it down for pre-tech components, or breaking it into pre-tech components. So you do have that for use at your ship. In the process, we did an abbreviated battle wherein I had you roll some things and then said, basically doled out damage rolls and cancer based on those skill checks. Instead of going through a whole combat sequence. And on realizing that that the smoke entities have done something horrible, or may have done something horrible on the people that they've passed through, you guys decided to teleport back up to the ship. Oh, and the bunker was collapsing, so you decided to teleport back up to the ship.
Yeah, I was gonna say we only almost collapsed it on our heads.
Yeah, my recollection is it was less that we decided, and more that Cam decided, and then everyone agreed in retrospect.
I'll tell y'all, explosives aren't going to fix the problem.
No, the problem was already what the explosives would have caused.
Yes.
I think that 2 explosives make it right, though.
They make a right good grave.
Yeah. I would be interested to hear your thoughts on how being inside a place that is collapsing because we took an important thing out is fixed with explosives while we're still inside it.
Well, you see, if we put enough
outwards.
Yeah, if we put enough explosives down, we don't need to worry about it collapsing on us.
No. What you need is enough explosives to make a blast wave that pushes everything out so it can't fall in on us.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Did I remember to mention the constraint that the problem is that it would kill us, so our solution implies that we don't die?
The amount
You never mentioned that part.
Yeah. But the amount of hemming and hawing that immediately happened there is fantastic. Just everyone's like,
The amount of explosives that would have been needed to push that much earth from above you.
Yes.
Would have turned us into chunky salsa.
Shaped charges?
How fast can you shape a charge?
How fast can you shape a roof?
Right. All you need, right? You need a really big sphere, right? Mm-hmm. It's the same pattern as a implosion type nuke, but you put it backwards so it goes out.
You know, I just thought of a good idea for a next character. Isn't there a telekinetic ability that lets you create like an impenetrable wall?
Believe so, yeah.
Or is it very penetrable?
It's
basically I'm wondering like, could you? Oh, okay. I'm just like, you know, like if you had some way to have like a super sturdy material that would really shape an explosion, right?
Can we rewind for one moment? Did I just hear you suggest a backwards implosive? That's just an explosive.
Yeah, no, but my point was, right, the implosion type nuke is a sphere of conventional explosives that all come together to form a spherical shockwave inwards.
Okay.
But so I'm saying if you did that the other way around, form a spherical shockwave outwards.
So you're saying that you want to use explosives in enough mass that forms a spherical shockwave outwards?
Yes, while we're in the center and the shockwave goes outwards away from us and we're fine.
Basically a spherical shaped charge.
Yeah, yes. I was gonna say, do you see my point when I'm saying like you want an explosive that produces a shockwave outwards?
I mean, I can say all explosives create shockwaves outwards, yeah.
That is
that's where I was getting. That's where I was going off on.
That is my
point. it would be outwards with a dead zone in the middle rather than outwards from a point.
Oh. Like
Is that
basically like a sphere covered in claymores.
Yes. Yes, exactly like that.
Just all shape charge all outwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think with enough explosives you can do that.
Uh,
Except actually technically the shape charges do come with or like even if you shape a demo charge, it does have backblast.
Yeah, there's
Still.
yeah, so that's
still
not
a
that
little bit.
unfortunate.
It's still like a couple. It's like a couple meters.
Yeah, it would need to be a pretty big high feature decks. It need to be a pretty big radius just to make sure.
You didn't sneak that in there. I heard it.
Oh no, I wasn't trying. No, I wasn't. I wasn't sneaking it in so you wouldn't hear it. I was sneaking it into the middle of a discussion. It's interesting enough that you'd want to keep it.
Yes, it wasn't that you won't notice; it's that you won't want to get rid of it.
Yeah. Notice how I fit it in. Notice how I fit it in literally mid sentence as well.
Yep.
Mm.
You think I won't cut the whole episode?
Okay, guys, we need to make sure that we do things this session.
Yes, that's the key. Make sure that it's all entertaining and engaging for me.
This is all about making sure that we get that in there.
All right, back to the recap so I can bring us into frame.
Right, yeah.
And then Riley's on the ship.
Yeah. So we have two of them now.
You have two of them. They're very different Rileys, but you do have
Great.
two
Now
Rileys.
there's two of them. We have two Rileys. We have two crews.
This is getting out of hand.
This is getting out of hand. Yeah.
What
Now there are two of them.
one other detail that came up is that pardon me. Percy did get the bad news about being affected with the super cancer. Siri gave him a fair prognosis, said that with treatment he should be able to be free and clear of it in a week. And then Siri also asked Kana to step in and had a similar conversation with her. We didn't actually go through that conversation, so if you want to, Nox, we can. But if you think it would just be Kana acknowledging, and if you don't think that there would be any conversation there, we can also just put that in the background. And with that, I'm ready to bring us into frame, unless there's anything I missed in the recap.
I'm actually. Do you mind if I'm back a couple of minutes? I need to make a quick bathroom stop that I thought I didn't need.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Making a quick bathroom stop that I thought I didn't need. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Got it. Alright, we're in frame. We're on the loading screen. Do what you need to do to this poor screen. This is perfect timing while Viral is away from the computer. Although, did Rosie get earrings?
You know what? Let's just make this really weird.
Oh no. Wait, this isn't already really weird?
I mean, it was already kind of weird. It's already pretty
moderately weird.
but
Oh.
I've just taken the number that we had.
Yes, I see what you did.
And taken an exponent.
Oh my goodness. All right, I am moving you over to the current map. Okay. So obviously you guys aren't all right there right now. You're all on a ship. And there was discussion last session of, okay, we need to get back to actually sneak Riley into her room. But you wanted to go to that 22 core light column first. And so I guess I do need Viral back here. Nox, did you want to wait? Yeah, there's Nox. Did you want to did Kana want to say anything, or did you want to say anything for her? I think Nox may be indisposed at the moment. And so, does anybody else have anything to fill the void while we are waiting on Viral? Nope. All right. Lulu, sing us a song.
Yeah, just do the first talking about reading worm.
Must I?
What? I guess.
I'm afraid you
I
must.
just can't see red worm
Okay.
and not think
Um,
about.
let's see.
Sorry, me. You're off the hook for now, Lulu. What was that, Meowkin?
I was just scrolling back up in the Roll20 chat and seeing like, oh, have any of you red worm? And I was just like, I don't know exactly what that is. The only thing that comes to mind to me is, would you still love me even if I was a worm?
One's a superhero web novel thing. I've never read it. I know a lot of people like it. I think I've heard it described as basically Homestuck.
Oh, that's probably where Nox was talking about Homestuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a Homestuck. What Homestuck was to the early 2010s, it was to the late 2010s, early 2020s.
I never read Homestuck either.
At least you'll learn.
I am reading Dungeon Crawler Horror right now, though.
At least you'll learn for just a few minutes to come back to Homestuck.
Well, it could have been Lulu singing, so count your blessings.
Yeah.
What? No. What?
Go
No,
sing
what?
if you
No.
want.
It could have been better.
No. Yeah. What I was going to say was, I can't believe you started without me.
So the question left lingering is, I guess, is there anything else that anybody needs to do or wants to do on the ship before you go back to the planet?
Mm-mm.
And remembering that Kana does have limited effort, and these group teleports take one of those limited effort.
Double check. I'm sure. I'm sure there's something I'll think that I wanted to have, but I won't actually have on me. But
Is the burdened apportation a per scene effort, Nox, or I believe it's still per day, isn't it?
I feel like it has to be per day.
Yeah, so
If it was per
many
scene,
of the strong.
You would just burden apportation to the next scene and then not have to care about it.
Yeah. Yep. So many of the these change the game powers are per day. Yep. So when you say regain spent effort, do you mean rest for a day?
Maybe it means take a bunch of those drugs that give you extra effort.
Doubtful.
Kana's fine. Kana can just torch at will now, right?
Preferably not. Preferably not.
Well,
I mean, they just need to worry about healing.
If I were to telepathically bind other minds to myself, could I torch using those other minds?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
I got it. What if I used one of my special foci to allow that?
Why is any of this a question that you have?
Why isn't it a question that you have? Maybe you're not asking the right questions.
No, because I got all of these questions out of my system back when we were actually space pirates.
So the question then is, Nox, is Kana actually out of effort, and one effort after you port back down? Okay. Well, you may be able to rest while you're down there.
Or actually, we can use that one effort to come back up, hopefully.
Oh, right, one effort after you port back down, so you will have enough to come back.
I
So
will
Okay.
hold my
we should
space.
probably drop Riley off, and then we should probably we probably do need to rest for a little bit to
Hmm.
before we try exploring that last place.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
it is a
Yeah, but,
it
yeah,
is a
because-
dangerous place. We shouldn't expect to do it all in one day.
yeah, and that is a question, isn't it? Like, is there any external time pressure that we know of on explore that today?
No. Well,
Okay.
other than having to be in the infraworld slightly longer.
Yeah, the resting in the Emperor world, I think, is
Right.
a sort
True.
of exhaustion mechanic.
You will be resting in the infraworld even on the ship, though, unless you
Yeah.
decide to travel several hours to get out of this region of space.
Yeah, we
I
have
mean, we
Riley
could.
with us, and if we go back down with Riley, like that's gonna be awkward. If we,
We
Riley's
really
gone
need
for-
we do need to drop Riley back off in her room though, because otherwise,
Definitely.
like
the
the longer
timeline's
we
gonna
go,
fracture because we did also have that little bit a couple sessions ago where we did return, but we didn't return.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you basically got my guarantee
need
that
to make
I'm not going to undo that.
Yeah. Which so that's why I'm saying the timeline will fracture if we end up staying away. That long.
Oh.
Because if you're gonna let us keep those rolls, I'm being silly, but
Well, in the interests of minimizing the amount of Homestuck that bleeds into Stars Flight number, let's keep one timeline, yeah?
but that's my
one,
I see.
one timeline that goes in circles is different from the split timelines.
Hmm.
Even if part of that isn't going in circles.
unless
True.
we can make multiple circles with multiple
actually-
timelines.
I mean, for all we know, there are multiple cycles going on at once.
It's possible.
We can only observe one at a time, though.
Yes. Each of our characters is an individual time loop.
Oh no.
We just haven't been able to see because we're all within the greater time loop, but each of us is on an individual time loop.
And the only one I ever run is when they coincidentally all come together, which is why everything seems to be the same way as it was last time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, so from what Nox has typed, reminding you all that you do have Orion, Koana, and Aurelia on the planet, and so if you're going back down, well, I mean, I guess there's not a whole lot of ifs in here. It's just there's people there that need to come back, and there's Riley here that needs to go back there.
Yeah,
The-
I think
real-
it's
real
safe for us to.
Go ahead, Barrels. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think it's safe for us to take a breather before we explore the last area, because apart from you're going to need to rest in the Everworld, which we would probably do anyway before we just like hypothetically if we did explore that, we would still just probably not bug out instantly. So we'd probably be resting in the Everworld anyway, so we may as well do it now when it's useful to us. Also,
Okay,
avoiding torches. Welcome back. Avoiding torches where possible is generally considered to be a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
but I say
metafound
that,
torches.
But Kana does have the feature for torching safely.
Yeah.
Does anyone
How-
except
how
Kana know that
safe
she has
is
that
it?
feature? Does anyone except Kana know that she has that?
Does anyone except Kana know how much effort Kana actually has?
Yeah. Unless Kana's
It's really
broadcasting to you that she's in danger. This is all meta conversation, really.
and
Oh god. God, she totally considers safe torturing to be within her normal amount of effort, doesn't she?
Absolutely, 100%.
I
Taking a
don't know
question?
how I could expect anything else.
Yeah, that was more a resigned confirmation than it was a question.
On that note, Kana's going to offer to bring Riley back and then bring the other people back onto the ship. Saves one torch.
Does she say it saves a torch, or
I'll say that it saves an effort.
that's fine. That's fine.
I do want to ask, how does that save an effort?
If I bring everyone down to Riley's room, that'll use one. Then I have to bring everyone from Riley's room to where everyone else is, and then I have to bring
Oh.
everyone back up.
Oh,
You can
okay.
walk.
If I go by myself, I don't need to bring everyone from Connor's room to everyone else.
Walking is also an option.
That takes too long.
They're probably not all going to be together anyway.
They're in the same general area. They're talking to the people.
They'll be in the same. They'll be in the same general area, and if it's just Canna, she can just zip around for free and tell everyone to congregate.
Yeah, we're talking about saving half an hour to an hour here.
You know what? Fair point. I can't argue against that. Like, I am perfectly capable of arguing against that, but not to this character.
And there was a question from Lulu earlier that I still want to answer. Do you have any time pressure on Core Light? None that you know of, except that you have Riley right now, and you can't guarantee that you'll have Riley later. It's a very good chance, and you'll probably make it happen, but that's the only real pressure that you have right now, is you currently have Riley.
Yeah, but if there's no specific time pressure, we can probably afford to just wait until the next time we do have Riley, rather than deciding a time and then going, "Oh, we didn't get Riley." We can just sort of say, "Okay, whenever Riley is next around to do this."
Mm-hmm.
You're assuming that if we're gonna let her out, we may have to steal her again.
I mean, assuming we have no specific time pressure, why not just keep Riley on the ship, wait to regain the effort, and then go back down with Riley still in tow?
Because I feel like that's pushing the limits of how far
Because
we
they'll
can.
notice.
How long is, yeah. I feel like that's pushing the limits of how long we can keep her away.
I do want to say, it is an option.
It is an option, yeah, that's true. It is technically one of the options that's available to us.
It would mean effectively giving up the stealth that we have. They would all know that we'd taken Riley.
Yeah, which, you know, I'm sure will put them in a fantastic mood right before we're about to try and drag them out of the Everworld. All of them at once. Outnumbering us by how many to one again?
Well, there's 800 of them, and you want to include your whole crew or just you guys?
I feel like mentioning those 800 of them makes my point anyway.
Which does remind me, we haven't found a fancy pretext solution to the whole
you have
issue, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that was the
Okay.
I thought we were going to avoid the issue and just bring people in shifts because it would be fast as hell anyways.
Yeah.
I'd
like to think that we don't risk them suffocating or anything.
I don't think we settled a specific solution. But yeah, so
I just wanted a pretext solution.
Yeah. I think, given that Canna is available to us as an escape hatch, I don't think we necessarily need the extra margin of safety of having Riley if we're going out into the wasteland a second time. So I think it's okay to drop her off, personally.
I also think we probably shouldn't be endangering children too as much.
She's probably the safest person.
I mean, yes, but also
she's probably the safest person on this planet. But yes,
you can't say it's not a dangerous situation that you're going into, though.
No, I can't. No.
Here's a question: what happens if I take another point of system strain here?
If you're at your max, you just can't.
Okay.
It doesn't kill you, contrary to your repeated assertions.
So I explode as a state-based action. Got it.
You just can't. Whatever action you were trying to take, which would have given you strain, fails.
But now something external inflicted system strain on you.
What's that?
The ghost just bumps into me. It can't pass through me anymore.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, those they won't kill you. They won't kill you on contact. But it is a
So what
good
you're
point. I
saying-
should write a mechanic in for when they hit somebody who is at max system strain. And I'll probably take a page from your book and just say, yeah, you die.
Spontaneous combustion is high on the list.
So what you're saying is that they intentionally avoid people who have maximum system strain so that we don't need to approach this question. Got it.
I don't recall saying anything like that, but
It's okay, I do.
You may certainly infer that.
It's okay, I remember you saying that.
Okay.
What if we make a bubble of people that are entirely maxed out on system strain?
Then I'm going to start treating them like antimatter. There's your explosion.
And once again, we've circled down to explosions.
It's very
It
popular.
always comes back to it.
But do they explode outwards or do they just explode indiscriminately?
No, definitely outward. This achieves everything Genja dreamed of. All right. So what is the plan? Are you going to just take Riley back to her room and gather up your crew and bring them back to the ship?
Yeah, we drop off one crew and gather another, I think.
Okay.
Unless anyone particularly objects to dropping off Riley.
No, do it.
No, does she want to bring a couple well, no, we don't really have physical books, do we? We have mostly electronic ones.
Someone did say, I think it was Julia, did say something about setting up Newcomer's Guide to Space or some such for her to read.
Yeah.
We can give her that.
We can. Might be a good idea to wait until she's back on the ship proper, just because we don't want to send electronic bits back with her.
Oh, true. Okay.
Yeah. Send it back with homework. It's like, yeah, you did your homework. Here's homework for the thing you did your homework to get to.
just like that, Lulu's convinced.
Yeah.
But yeah, we probably shouldn't.
One moment, I'm typing something out for you.
I give her a Rubik's Cube. I can keep her entertained for however long. 5 minutes, probably. She's a teenager.
5 minutes? Oh, someone's optimistic.
Yeah.
And if it'll last longer than if you then you're trying to distract Death with a Rubik's Cube. How quick can Death solve a Rubik's Cube?
Yes.
I'd give it 10 seconds tops.
Well, before she's bored of it?
Yeah.
All right. So is that a serious suggestion? Are you giving her a Rubik's Cube?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're just dropping her back off, and then we'll give her actual stuff to read through later when she can actually read the things we have.
Yeah.
All right. Are you doing anything in particular, or is Kana doing anything in particular, Nox, when she goes to drop off Riley and pick up your other crew?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
That was a question for Nox.
Okay.
All right. So then no need to belabor that. There is a need for music, though. Where's my music? Own allow. There we go. All right.
More like unquiet than unallowed.
Boo.
This being her first time teleporting, and it all happening so fast. Sorry, it all happening so fast the first time that she didn't really have a grasp on it, and this being her first time teleporting while knowing that that's what's going to happen, she is worried She doesn't understand how a ship that she has finally accepted is in space and not on the planet. How she's going to get back down to the planet, or how she got here. Seems they didn't teach very much about psionics on Onalau.
They didn't teach the psionic defender very much about psionics.
Well, she's not. She's definitely not a psionic defender.
How different is what Crew's doing from psionics, really?
Very different in the academics and the practice. Like, psionics need an academy to teach you how to use it so you don't kill yourself. What Crew does just needs a Vega who knows how to not, kill.
Okay, fair enough. Point retracted.
Yeah, Riley doesn't need any particular knowledge about what's going on with Crew.
Sorry, she doesn't know much about psionics, so.
But she's still putting on that brave front, and so she, you guys got her here safely when it felt when the roof was clearly collapsing on you all. And so she stands and squeezes her eyes shut, and then realizes her feet are on different type of soil, different type of ground. Midichlorians. No, Nox. Looks around. Whispers a quiet but kind of disappointed thank you to Kana, and then climbs back in her window. It's doesn't take much for Kana to I guess teleport back to the other room. Is she teleporting right into the room with the entry room that she's already been in, where you left the Crew? Okay. Well, that startled some people too.
Yeah, I bet.
I seen like Nox typing, maybe. There's after the initial startled reaction, and the nearby guards looking into why people are reacting. That they seem to have decent guards. Like if Kana were here and killing people, their guard reaction would have been abysmal. But the fact that they did respond just on the startlement and gasps of people, small little outcries, at least means that they're attentive. But they had already heard the rumors that you teleported down and that you talked about being able to move from space to ground in a flash. And it's part of the conversation with Lizette. And so the startlement and the gasps turn into conspiratorial whispers. And Kawana and Aurelia say their goodbyes to a few people that they just, well, I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Let's just see how well they've been doing. I know that they already rolled and did well. I want to see if there's any further connectivity made between all of them. So somebody roll for Aurelia, somebody roll for Kawana. And Orion's there also. He is having a little bit of a sit down and chat with what looked like the older, gruff people who have survived more, and like actually gone out on Onalau and survived more.
In fairness, having gone out on Onalau was quite impressive. Like, most of the people who tried probably died of cancer.
Well,
I guess it
they've
really doesn't have anything.
Sorry, was that Myokin?
I was gonna say, I guess it really doesn't have anything about her ability, wild talent on their sheet. Anyways, this was a roll for Aurelia.
Okay.
I presume proficient.
Yeah. Oh, right, I didn't put anything about that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was like, I was expecting to pull it up and see something on there, but
So was I.
Oh dear.
simply not there.
All right. So they do leave their hospital. They do go out. It's been 800 years, but it's all old technology, and some things are still worth investigating.
Yeah, we
And-
discovered as much ourselves.
Yeah. And of course, they also have to check in on the satellite communities. The main community is here at the hospital, but there's people that want to live in the others for their various reasons, and so they're allowed. I'll do a quick
I don't
roll
know.
for
I don't
Kawana.
know, Dex. What might possess them to want to do that?
I don't know. There we go. Alright. And between Aurelia, Kawana, and Orion, they've garnered additional favor for you among the community. You've left very good social people here, and those that they've talked to, as well as those to whom word has spread, have a very favorable and trusting outlook on the Raza.
Excellent. This will come in handy later when we're trying to push the limits.
Exactly. Kana's able to gather them up. They say their goodbyes and assure people that they are not abandoning anyone here, that the Raza is going to come up with solutions. And
Do the people seem to believe them? That's the question.
with those rolls, yeah.
Oh, good. Man, we really did pick good people for this.
Maybe not all of them, but for the most part, yeah.
Okay.
You've gained their trust.
Okay.
And so everyone is back on the ship. Except for Riley.
All of the official crew members of the Vaz are back on the ship.
Yes.
Nah, it just sends me more appetite like that, doesn't it?
What's that?
Just sounds mean with appetite like that, doesn't it?
So, did you want to spend the time getting out of the infraworld, or are you going to rest here?
Remind me, how much do we know about why we shouldn't rest in the infraworld?
These people have survived for.
Yeah, where did that come from? I don't remember the source.
Actually, do we know? Actually, I guess do we know? I know. Again, that was like, I can never remember what was meta knowledge and what's not.
Right, that's fair. I believe it was Lisette that that warned you of. Oh wait, hang on. It was past cycle 2. Cycle 2 knowledge of, from the infraworld and what was carried forward included mentions of sleeping and dreaming while within an infraworld incursion being different and feeling dangerous.
I mean, we should try it at least once, right, y'all?
In fact, the last crew, Cycle 2, did sleep on the planet, and they were explicitly warned by locals there not to not to go into the light, basically.
Okay. Does that sound to anyone else like a thing that would require will saves to wake up? Like, at all?
I wouldn't throw a save or die at you.
You wouldn't throw a save or die at us. You might throw a save or die at us. I don't know. Two failed mental saves or 3 or something.
Yeah, he wouldn't throw a save or die at us. However, if he made it clear that it's going to be a thing beforehand and therefore made it a roleplay decision. I don't know, I'm starting to worry. Maybe we should take the time to get away. Okay, realistically, we could go round in circles all day.
I think we should risk it.
Okay. I was going to go with whatever the next. In the interest of not going around circles. Go on.
I don't want us to be like in a too scaredy cat about things, right? I mean, the whole bunker thing worked out for y'all, right?
Sure.
I mean, fine. No one died.
Look, you gotta live life on the edge a little bit.
In fairness, this is explosion guy. He would know.
All right. Well.
Okay, yeah. If they're willing to have us, then I guess we're doing this.
Okay. You are, the Raza is still within the incursion of the infraworld. You can tell because it still feels a little bit damp, and a little bit chilly, no matter what temperature you set it at. And are there any preparations or any other scenes that you want to have before the crew does settle down? Settle in for the night?
Do we know of any preparations that would work?
Nope.
I would guess you make sure like everyone. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't really, there's no like visual thing like to wake someone up beforehand, right? If something's going wrong.
No.
I mean, it's probably fine. We might lose a few crew, and I think that's okay.
You know, I don't know how I feel about that one, Chief. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Yeah,
it's okay. I'm pretty conflicted too, actually. Now thinking about the crew.
Yeah.
We should probably, if we've had warnings about stuff, we should probably make sure that we have made it very clear to the crew what those warnings are.
It's fine though. We don't hire the weak-willed, right?
I don't know. I'm starting to feel kind of weak-willed myself in light of this.
Who doesn't like a surprise? Who doesn't like a surprise? I don't think we need to tell them.
Well, no, we definitely have to tell them.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can't really not.
That's
Like,
fair.
do you want?
All right,
Do you want to be the one to explain to Koana afterwards why Das didn't wake up?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Why am I the example?
You were Koana's first friend that I could think of off the top of my head.
Bass is one of the most
Right.
sympathetic characters. That's why.
Also that.
Bass is the one I feel worst about.
You don't even need to include
Yeah.
most in that. You don't even need to include most in that sentence. Just Das is one of the sympathetic characters.
Yeah. You say, who's gonna cry over? Who's gonna explain to someone if Percy doesn't wake up, and then you have to think about, who's gonna care?
Lohan.
Oh,
He's not
yeah.
here.
There you go. But he's not here.
Delilah.
Yeah, she probably care. I was just trying to figure out whether I could make a quip about how much would she care actually, but she would.
I mean, yeah, it would probably really suck to have that whole reunion thing and then just find out that, yeah, he died just like right after.
Go save the world. Go save the world, dummy. Okay, goes to the next place, dies. Yeah. But yeah, yeah, I don't think we should. If we're taking the entire crew into consideration, I don't think we can really risk it. Is Kana / Shadow / fucking Notario okay with flying us out for however long it takes?
Well, Nox has already said that she votes on jumping out.
Right, yeah, I didn't see that. Okay, yep, let's do that then.
Do we need to jump, or do we just need to change region
You just need to change
to
region.
somewhere that isn't?
Yeah, I think that's what Nox meant. Is just jump out of this region.
Yeah.
So when she makes a slip of the tongue, it's fine, but when I make a slip of the tongue, the NPC assumes something that was really not as obvious as you think it is.
Yes.
What's hard to understand about that?
Yeah.
Because hers was a slip of the fingers. Not the tongue. That's the difference.
Yeah, you're right. Typing it with your fingers is more intentional and requires more thought.
Nox. Alright, so it sounds like you've changed your mind. You'd like to get out of the space that you recognize and that your other space detector recognizes as still being in the infraworld. Okay.
Yeah, I guess we take him down.
Yeah.
because we're not just putting our own lives there.
Yeah.
We have a responsibility to the people that serve under us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good size of it.
I'll add to that. I forgot that Riley had mentioned that sometimes the people who've gotten sick from the smokes, sometimes they just don't wake up. And in combination with the other information you have about sometimes people that go to sleep don't wake up, seems like there might be a connection between being done and not waking up.
Yeah, because like, if you have cancer anyway, and then you can go, hey, you can die in your sleep right now, or you can wake up and have cancer. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, it does not take very long for the ship to leave the region of space. I mean, well, if you're really, really tired, it would. It's still like at best 6 hours, I believe. If you're really trying to jam out, 8 hours if you're just like, all right, I point this direction and fly. But 6 to 8 hours, you can tell your crew not to sleep. I believe they've already. I'm pretty sure you already gave them warnings about not taking their rest yet because of the Cycle 2 data.
Yeah, and between that and the fact that it's been a long day for us, let's shoot out.
Okay. Alright. I'm not even gonna ask Nox to make a roll for trimming the course. I don't think Kana will fail. And so you leave the infraworld incursed space and settle the ship in an orbit around the sun that seems safe. There's no encroachment on your real physics, or I should say, on physics as you understand them.
Mm.
And being outside of the infraworld or the incursed, I don't think that's a word, but I'm going to use it. The incursed space. There's nothing going on with sleep. Some people report dreams and weirdness, but all of your sensors, all of your detectors indicate that you're nowhere near the infraworld, and Siri includes in her report of their reports that she believes it was just psychosomatic. People believed that it might happen, and so their own imaginations made it happen as they dreamed. But everybody woke up. You do have to spend that 6 to 8 hours getting back within range to teleport onto the planet. That's the other downside of this decision.
But they've been there for how long? I think they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, wives. We're gonna get there. The whole town's gone. The whole hospital's gone.
Well, that would at least save the trouble of having to cart them all off, and we could probably use the. Look on the bright side. We could use the machine for other stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we can use the machine for other stuff anyway, I guess, technically.
Before I put you back into orbit around Onlau, did you want to talk about your plans now that you've got the equipment that can be integrated into the Roz's life support to support that many people for an extended period of time? Is that affecting what you were planning on doing? What are your plans now?
Well, that's pretty much all I wanted. I don't know the specifics of said machine because I wasn't here, but it sounds like it takes care of the life support problem, so I'm happy.
Doug was here, so I'm okay with to spend a little bit of time out here to just check that over and see how much it alters things for us.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, get the numbers, crunch the numbers, so to speak.
Yeah.
Make sure that it does what we expect it to. There's not any extra challenges involved with integrating that. I assume pre-tech.
Yeah, the unit
coming back in here until the part's already installed.
What was that?
If it's going to take an amount of time to install the part, why don't we install it outside of the infraworld and then enter the infraworld with it? That way we don't have to do this whole drive out into space whenever anyone takes a break.
That's a solid point, actually. Yeah, I was thinking we should look at it to get an idea of how much it's going to change the answer, but that makes a lot of sense.
I still think our bigger problem is figuring out a landing point for them. And at that point, the back and forth jumping will take like a week or two at best. We don't need the enhanced life support.
Yeah. Being able to put them all on the ship is not super useful if we don't have anywhere to take them.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should. See, I was gonna say maybe we should try and arrange that or message or whatever from out here, but that means more time that we're leaving them planetside with no communication, which is maybe not a great idea. I don't know.
And they might be a little, they might get a little antsy.
Yeah.
You do currently have some momentum from
Yeah.
the crew you left down there. Trust
Yeah,
momentum,
exactly.
so to speak.
Hmm.
So, it sounds like the concerns. Well, instead of me trying to paraphrase, can you summarize what you believe your options are at this point? Let's put these
So-
into quick text.
So the first thing is seeing how much the life support system is actually going to alleviate the concerns with how many of them are able to transport, so that we know what our options actually are for transporting them.
And how long? Basically, how long can we fly around with them to find a place for them to live?
Yeah. The question
then-
after that, which we're just starting to poke at, is where do we take them?
I feel like we could. Does Cassian owe us anything? But I don't know. I was like, we lean on Cassian, or there's. I mean, I don't know how Aldrin would feel about 800 some people. I mean, that's not.
See, I thought about Cassian, but that's a maybe, and also he's going to want something in return. You know, he's going to want something in return. Aldrima, also a maybe.
Union has their hands full with the whole Rain Lottie thing, I think.
On a meta level, I really do like the idea of taking the people out of broken space and putting them into broken time, but that's on a meta level.
Yeah, that is quite cool. But yeah.
But yeah. So, fucking Ultima's a maybe. I think it's worth reaching out to them if nothing else. Yeah.
You think, and they'll probably. I mean, if we bring in Porcelain as part of it, they'll probably just take the whole pack. But I don't know how long if we're gonna have any trouble tracking Porcelain down and getting Porcelain on board.
Yeah, and also, you know, we would be carrying around up to some 800 people, assuming we could take them all in one go. While we're looking for Porcelain, which could be a whole ass thing. But yeah, Dex. Life support numbers? Question mark.
Yeah, I believe I typed it somewhere. I'm looking at my notes right now. All right. Here we go. Let me just forward this. Where's the forwarding? Why can't I forward it? There it is. I'll move this to discussion. We're currently discussing it. Oh, you know what? You've been talking about it in planning. I'm going to delete that and put it in planning. So, 1 second. Forward it back to planning. Just for the sake of consistency in your conversation. Okay. So, that's what I had given you. If you do not fortify your life support systems, you would survive. One of yellow or right. I had asked you for plans on what you wanted to do, and then just gave you 2 options: YOLO with no preparations. You're advancing the maintenance schedule by a month, and there would be at least 1 challenge to resolve with a 50% chance of a second. So the Raza can do 200 people. So 800 is only increasing that by a factor of ×4, and I felt that advancing the maintenance schedule by 1 month is that's a cost to you. It basically would end up costing, I can't remember the exact Raza, but I think it was 150,000. So that would cost you like 37,000. Or you can fortify the high stress systems, and that's where where you saw the idea of the bespoke colonization pre-tech. Fortifying high stress system, you found the pre-tech system, and would just need to choose one of the other options, spend 4,000 credits, and take 6 hours integrating it into the ship.
Right, I forgot that this was the bespoke colonization pre-tech for this option. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does
I think we could handle a social challenge.
See, what I was thinking was that we have already moved the ship outside of the Everworld incursion. I assume the negative event is because we're ditching them, and I wonder to what extent the goodwill that we built up will, ameliorate that. Probably not fully. They'll still not be happy when they're coming on. We're going to get social challenges along the way.
To be clear, these challenges are for the actual transit of it. This is whether you install the pre-tech system or just go with the ship as is.
I mean, I don't dislike a social challenge because the social challenge is honestly kind of fun on its own.
Wait, I don't quite follow this. I don't quite follow that.
Alright, so if you decided that you wanted to keep the pre-tech filtration unit for yourself, and you just wanted to break it down into the pre-tech parts, you could then just board all of them onto the ship, YOLO it.
Right. We're talking about different things.
They're talking about different things, yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me pull up the Raza sheet real quick. So, okay. Maintenance cost is not 150,000, it is 450,000. Every 6 months you have to pay 450,000 credits. If the maintenance schedule is advanced by 1 month, then that is effectively 75,000 credits worth of kind of damage and stress that you've caused on your systems.
Yeah.
That's what advanced maintenance schedule means. The one social or mechanical challenge means that while you're in transit, while you're transporting them from here to wherever you go, there's going to be something that breaks down either socially or mechanically. Something that it's a scene that you're going to have to figure out how to resolve, else it, causes other problems.
Okay.
You're guaranteed to have one of those, and I'll roll a 50% chance to see if there is a second one.
Yeah. Okay. I mean this in the least rude way possible, but that is entirely unrelated to the question I asked.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was more answering Meowkin's. What was your question?
Okay. My question was, I'm looking at the Fortify high stress systems. I'm looking at the options for that. The top one being spend 2 additional days moving the ship outside the Everworld to work with full sensory operation, high chance of negative event on the surface.
Oh, yes.
Because it occurs to me that we're already out of the Everworld, so we're already part of the way along with that. I'm wondering to what extent, because I assume the high chance for a negative event on the surface comes from them thinking that we're leaving them. And I'm wondering to what extent does the goodwill that our crew has already built up ameliorate that?
It goes a good way towards ameliorating that. And you can take additional steps to further ameliorate that. You could potentially leave some crew there and basically leave them with the ongoing presence as a reminder that you haven't left yet. But the chance of a negative event is still going to be there because you'll need to spend those 2 additional days fully outside the infraworld so that you've got all of your sensors without any wonky infraworld readings.
Yeah, and leaving crew there is kind of not really an option given that we're already out, so we'd just be going back to square one on that. If we went back in to leave people.
I do think that, remember that it only takes 6 to 8 hours to get back into position where Kana can teleport them, so I don't think that that's so much of a concern. It's really just the 2 days fully outside of the infraworld that's yeah.
Okay. in that case, I think my favorite option for Fortify high stress systems is still an extra 40k credits in 6 hours, and then we could do this again in future. Like the only thing scarier than a ship that teleports is a ship that teleports and then deploys 800 Marines.
I mean,
that is quite a lot.
Yeah, if you're moving into a quote unquote war arc, logistics is very important, right? I mean, I've been reading books where logistics is very important.
Yeah, that's why I'm pushing for that since the start, basically.
Oh, let me see.
In fact, how much do I have to put towards that? I think Percy would put money on that if he knows that's an option, because it's a really nice one.
I mean, that would just cover. We could just bring that out of ship funds, right?
I know we could, but yeah, no, I can totally afford it.
I think all of us could afford it. It's 40k is not actually that much to us anymore.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, mostly just to send a message. If we're okay with putting the extra 6 hours into it to make it modular, Percy will put the extra 40k credits.
We have 800k in ship funds right now.
If we're okay with going with that option, we're about to have 840k credits in ship funds.
Nox, you don't know of any reason that using infodrive would, under these conditions, would cause any additional stress. The only real downside of that is then you would then be out the infodrive for another week. I believe it's been a week since you used it last, so you could use it again.
I was more talking about using it to cut the time that everyone is on the ship down from an hour plus 8 hours to 1 second.
I'm not following. What's that look like to you? Like, what do you mean?
Maybe I'm tackling the wrong problems here. I genuinely think that getting people off of the planet is less of a problem. There is the take people on multiple trips. But if we do the stress the systems route, we can't just put everyone on the ship and then infodrive out, and that's 1 second of travel as opposed to an hour of travel, 9 hours of travel.
I think Nox is saying to reduce stress on the systems by using the infodrive to reduce the amount of time that people are on the ship.
Yeah. Would that still cause the same stresses on the ship?
No, the stress on the ship is from having more people that the life support has to accommodate for kind of any period of time. But yeah, if we're talking about minutes versus hours, it's not going to stress the ship. You've just got some people there. So let me make sure that I'm following you. You're talking about basically, okay, so move past the loading of the people. That is accomplished, at which point you then use the infodrive to blink from here to somewhere else that you've already been while the infodrive has been installed. And that's
I think the biggest problem that we have is actually just we don't know where to put them. That's the problem. We have like 5 or 6 different ways of getting them on the ship and transporting them to a secondary location. We have 0 secondary locations.
That is the other topic that we need to cover before we move them. Yes.
So finishing my my little trail there. You would.
Trail?
That's good. It certainly is an option to just blink out. That alone isn't going to cause any stress on the ship. It's a very valuable option if you can blink somewhere that is going to receive them. But if you can't, then you're still faced with we have these people on our ship for however long it takes to get them somewhere else. So then I do think that your point is very valuable in that it moves the discussion to, can you guys lead them somewhere that you can infra blink to?
Which presumably, if we go somewhere and get agreement, we've then been there and we can link to there. We just have to go and do that first. We wouldn't be able to pick them up and then go and find somewhere.
I imagine if we're going to set up a place for them to be, assuming we want them as a colony or something, whatever we plan to accomplish by moving them out, we have to go over there and set that up anyways. So we'll have that on the infra drive.
Yeah. Hmm.
So no matter what, we're probably going to be leaving them here to go set up a secondary location. Because there isn't anywhere that we could just say, hey, we suddenly have 800 people and we need to drop them off. Is that cool?
Unless
that's the kind of thing we need to set up in advance.
You know, when you put it that way, you're right. You know, when you put it that way, you're right. There's nowhere that we can really like just reach out to and set it up. We will actually need to go there. So,
yeah,
like, there's not a solution that doesn't involve us leaving them here for a while. You're right.
Oh, what did you have to add there, Meowkin? You got talked over.
Sorry.
Sure.
What did I say? Oh, I was just saying, yeah, if you get a Algebra and you have Porcelain on board, they'll probably take them.
Yeah. Which does dovetail nicely with me wanting to go get Porcelain anyway, because if we leave her until the next campaign, we'll never get to find her.
Yeah. I mean, do we think that we would need to take Porcelain and the 800 at the same time, or could we show up with Porcelain and then say, oh, by the way, also there's this 800 people, can we bring them here? Like, can we, for example, go leave the people here, go to March, find Porcelain, and then go to Audrima and say, here's Porcelain, and also there's 800 people, can we bring them here?
What does Virgilia reckon on that front?
Oh, I had another question too.
Okay.
What's the livable planet situation? I mean, if it's a livable atmosphere, is it pretty much claimed by some government? I mean, I guess that was kind of like Kamiego was, there's no central government there, so it's easy to claim a plot of land. If we're going to go that same route.
Are you talking about for a specific planet or in general?
I mean, just in general. Like, I mean, is there a list of places where it's a level breathable atmosphere that there's no central government claiming it, that we could just claim a plot of land on easily?
That is a good question. Let me move you guys over to the map.
Or does that pretty much consist of Kamiego?
It pretty much consists of Kamiego. Most of these places that you know of and that you've been to either have some reason that makes them unlivable, whether it's atmosphere or killer robots, and they don't have a central government. Kamiego is the least severe of them, being that it's just a desert with pirates and slaves.
Yeah, with water being the issue. It's like with sufficient technology, it's pretty easy to get past that lack of water, but
yeah,
that requires obviously investment.
Yeah. Anywhere else that has the conditions for livable and non-toxic and no killer robots or slavers has a central government. This is a settled sector. Now, there are exceptions to that, of course, but none that you've been to. And I will also note that populations on these planets are not like population on Earth now. None of these have 3 billion people. Lamiera has vast stretches of land, and Earth's not even that big of a planet. But Lamiera has vast stretches of land where you could just put somebody down, and if you weren't detected going in, and they don't make a big footprint, they could just live there for a while before being discovered. It's like we're constantly discovering new ruins in the Amazon jungle or river or whatever.
So what are Squatter's rights on Lamiera now?
Once discovered, they would definitely there would be some trouble. So probably legal trouble.
Right. But if they were there for a couple of years, they have legal precedent. That's all about Squatter's rights.
Do you have a plan for sneaking something like that past Cassian and the other oligarchs for fucking
heck,
enough years?
well, I mean, maybe. I'm just spitballing here. I don't think that's a good idea, but
yeah,
no, I just want to let you know that the planets are big. If you decide to just put them down somewhere, you'd probably get away with it. It's all going to be different types of consequences that you're navigating. And sorry, what were you gonna say there, Meowkin?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. So you're still at the decision point of you either leave them here and go try and negotiate for somewhere for them to live, whether it's Audruma, Mona came up as an option, Lamiera came up as an option, or you take the risk, board them, get them off this planet, and take them somewhere with the expectation of succeeding on those negotiations. And obviously, leaving them here while you fly around and look for somewhere to stay does pose additional risks. They might not let you take Riley with you. Riley might refuse to go with you.
Yeah.
She has made very strong assertions that she is demanding you take everyone, you save everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, we're trying to be good people, so we probably will.
Yeah. I think, well, two separate things. One, in response to what we do between those, I do think that Nox is onto something. There's nobody that we can really just ping long distance and go, hey, can you put up these 800 people for us? We are going to need to leave and talk to them, I think. With that being said, I wonder if they would find it more or less palatable if we said, hey, as a sort of proof of intent, we'll leave some of our people here and we'll take, pick your 50 most vulnerable or desperate to leave people and we'll take them with us. We'll bring them back when we come back to get the rest of you and pick up our people then. I don't want to say exchanging hostages because we do kind of have the power in this situation, but does that make any sense? A lot of silence. I'm assuming that doesn't make sense. Okay.
I don't know.
Dex/Lulu. What does Virgilia? Does Virgilia think? What does Virgilia think the people of Audruma would think about this? This whole situation?
They took them in before.
They didn't take 800 people in before.
They did take a pretty decent chunk of them in before. What we could do, they'd probably be willing to take maybe a few dozen in, I'd say. The others would probably need to... It might be possible to persuade them to take 800, but it would be difficult, and it'd probably be wiser to put them elsewhere. Insofar as it's going... they're all going to fucking die if we put them elsewhere and we don't somehow fix the whole intraworld issue. But
yeah.
Goes everyone else in the galaxy, and kind of a wash there.
I may have forgotten. Lulu, do you remember taking all 800 to Audrima last cycle?
I was not here for it.
I don't think we did.
Okay.
People, I believe everyone went to Audrima during the war portion of the game after I had left
right.
because I was dealing with thesis bullshit.
Right. I remember some of the unallowed people ended up on Kamiego as part of the Raza base.
And obviously Riley ended up on Audrima.
Yes, yeah.
We can say that conclusively.
Okay.
I think we kind of gave the people a choice, and then we split them up according to choosing.
That sounds right.
Also a possibility.
And I do think that you did multiple trips last time. You didn't have as much of a time crunch, and it was near the end of the campaign, so we didn't play it out, and it's not as fresh in my memory. Well, none of this is fresh. It's been years. But yeah, I vaguely recall that it was over the course of a couple of weeks that you were able to evacuate. And I also remember that there were holdouts who refused to go with you.
I will also say, I'm pretty sure in last cycle we were also a little bit later in making contract with Audrima. It was very close to the end of the first.
Yes.
Actually, no, wasn't it part? Didn't we do it part of war? Is when we first made contact with?
Yeah.
No.
I think yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was actually a quest for it.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of I was thinking of the wrong planet. Ignore me.
Okay. Yeah, it was a quest in war to make that political contact with Audrima. So you're much earlier this time.
Means we have more time to build up goodwill. And also, we never did get Portugal in there either, so we never even really learned about how much they cared about Portugal in. I don't think. We knew they cared, but they didn't realize that they cared that much. And I mean, so far as we're aware, we know Portugal is on Lamiera, right?
We can assume that she's still on Lamiera.
I don't know, I guess do we want to use that? Because I'm confident that if we have Portugal as a bargaining chip, that they will take 800 people. At least in my head. I might be wrong, but
yeah,
I will say Virgilia can confirm that they have the space for 800 people without shredding any of their systems.
Okay, which does not necessarily mean that they will take 800, but they could take 800. That's good at least.
Yeah, their social, their law enforcement, all of that will easily take the influx of 800 more people.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about a war base of operations too, though, because I mean this is
You're right. Let's go.
Start of a base of operations too, but I don't think Audrima. I'm pretty confident Audrima wouldn't let us use their planet as a base of operations.
You're so right. Let's go put them on the Nox shipyard. That's a base of operations, isn't it?
Well, we do have 3 million Dox bucks.
Yeah, they also barely have space for the people that are already there.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nox does not have the support systems for that.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, no.
How much? And I actually am thinking though, like, how much trouble is it to set up a space station? Could we set one up in Audrima? Would Audrima, if it was possible, could we set one up in But that's probably a multi-year. I don't know. It's like that's probably just like a multi-year challenge, isn't it?
I don't actually know how it works. Like, are they like mass produced? Can you just like buy a small one and move it out there?
Yeah. Can you buy like a station kit?
No, they require a dedicated like shipyard fleet to construct. Okay. They have to be constructed where there are parts, there are modular parts that can be transported, but they still have to be put together and constructed in orbit of where they're supposed to be. And it is at least multiple months, more likely multiple years, depending on how rushed you are and how good the builders are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, no, that matches my expectations.
Yeah,
that,
so
that is a little bit more realistic than the way it is in X4.
Yeah, so not realistically possible for us at this point.
Not
No,
at the
that's
PlayStation Patch
anyway.
people, at least.
Yeah.
I will say, I still want to keep it in mind as a base op or campaign, but
Yeah.
especially if well, no, I don't know. Like, I'm wondering,
So,
like, how because no, this is long term. We don't need to get. We're not talking about long term yet.
Yeah,
Is that why you
so-
wanted to test the sleeping in the infraworld so much? To see if it could be a viable base of operations?
No.
Okay.
No, my mind's elsewhere.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't want us to feel like we're stalling or spinning our wheels on this. Why don't you guys decide if you want to, it decide first if you're going to leave them here and risk whatever happens on this planet while you go and negotiate for somewhere for them to stay, or if you're going to take them and then go somewhere and negotiate for a place for them to stay. Decide on one of those two options, and then we'll move to the next step.
Do we? How long? If with our quote unquote the fortified, I mean, I guess it would be pretty cramped with 800 people on board, right?
It's gonna be pretty cramped, but I'll give you 2 months. You know, the normal 2 months of life support the normal 2-month life support would normally last.
Which 2 months would probably maybe with as fast as Kana is, be able to visit 2 to 3 potential locations.
Yeah. I do. I do think that it's. I do think that it's likely that. Sorry.
No, I keep interrupting to tell you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. I do think that it's likely that we're going to have to leave them here because I don't think we could just walk up on anyone's doorstep with 800 people in tow and have them be okay with it. Like, I don't think we have any contacts who would be willing to do that for us. Certainly enough that I'd feel okay just picking up these people and going, okay, let's go.
Yeah. So how about, I think, somewhat meet in the middle, at least just bring enough people that can fit on board comfortably, that, you know, they're most at risk individuals, right?
Yeah, that's basically what I suggested before, and I'm like, does that make sense? Crickets.
Yeah. No, I think I'm leaning towards that. I don't want to just, like, you know, not bring anybody with us. But yeah, bringing the full 800 seems like a bit much. So I think the middle ground there makes sense.
Yeah.
And
unless, of course, it's going to be the seed of a civil war, and we come back and it's all dead. They're all dead.
Oh, no. If that's the case, we just need to make sure Belly is in the first group because we have an investment in her for legal purposes. That's a joke.
Yeah, there you go. We make sure we pick up a few people that we think are critical that are, you know, particularly useful.
Yep.
Just in case there is a civil war and everyone behind is gone.
But yeah, so how do we feel about that as a plan? We go down, we tell them that we are not entirely certain where we can take them. We are going to go and ask around. If they're okay with it, we can take some of their most at-risk people as like a sign of goodwill, and then we'll come back for everyone else.
I mean, there are a few like very barely planets that are habitable, but like not that inhabited that we could drop them off on. Just be like, yeah,
turn it to shade. We can just sneak back to perimeter, drop them there.
The Trim have enough trouble already.
I mean, they'd be pretty much on their own there, yeah, and it's not really a hospitable environment, but
Not at all.
Yeah.
Very
it is
dangerous.
technically survivable.
but you know what though? Once they're there, no one's gonna find them.
Yeah.
So, perimeter. I mean, Trinity Shade will make sure of that. You raised a point that I want to make sure is heard earlier. You characters have very strong capabilities, and it does not take you very long to move from place to place. Remember that. So it's not like you've only got one shot at guessing one planet to take them if you take 50 or 800 of them.
Yeah.
Kana can easily, even without doing the 1 hour jump, I mean, you guys move so fast.
I don't think it's like, us having them on board isn't gonna like make negotiations more difficult any more difficult than they already would be.
It might if what we're negotiating for is, hey, so can you take these 200 now? We'll come back in a week with another 600, which might be what they're expecting.
Well, I mean, that ultimately should make a difference. If that makes a difference, it's probably not a place we want to leave them anyway. That's my thought. Whether we have them now or later.
Right, so like to put it into an analogy, say you've got like a cluster of family coming over. Would you rather be told, okay, they're all arriving in a week, or would you rather be told, oh, by the way, one of them's arriving tonight, the rest of them are arriving next week? Does it make any difference?
I think at the scale we're talking about, I don't think that makes much difference. I get what you mean. Like, and that would make sense if, like, oh, we're asking someone to put them up in their house.
Are we not? Or...
Not exactly.
Like, put up 5 people in your house versus put up 800 people on your planet. I suppose it depends on the size of the planet.
I mean, yeah, at that scale, 800 people on a planet is much less significant than 5 people in a house.
Depends. But I'm thinking about Ultima. Ultima's not a very big community.
Well, we already know. We already know that they could put them up. Yeah, we've already confirmed that. As far as Ultima's concerned, that wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
That's just a matter of what they'd be willing to for.
Well, I don't think we should. I don't think we should necessarily draw an equivalency between the Bilky putting up 800 people and the Bilky putting up 800 people now. But that's also kind of splitting hairs a little bit. We may have bigger questions like, who are we going to ask? So, are we okay with going down to the planet and telling them, hey, we're going to need to go ask around for where would be like a safe place to put you. We will take some of your most at-risk people with us while we do it, as like show of goodwill / confirmation that we're coming back / etc.
Yeah, no, I do think that's probably the best middle ground still. So I'm yeah.
Okay,
that's
everyone else okay with that?
Right now is we'll just stick to the middle ground to bring some with us.
Okay, everyone else okay with that?
Yeah.
Going once, going twice. Sold. That's the plan.
Oh, but I just made all the boxes. Okay, so it sounds like you are proceeding with the take 50. I'm just using that as a placeholder number. Find somewhere and then come back for the others.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. The boxes are being used.
Very good. Very good.
Yep.
All right. I see a pop in discussion. I mean, technically, you're in the right channel. Planning is supposed to be more for the long term, but we've been in the planning channel this entire time, so yeah, we'll just keep going with that. The channels are not clearly delineated. All right. Yes, it is not difficult for you to arrange to meet with leaders of the community so far, per se, and discuss with them what you'd like to do. Do you?
Yeah, I was actually just thinking we should probably get their input and see what they think.
Yeah.
Oh, I may have made some assumptions. If you guys want to just take 50 random people and then go traveling around with them, I'm okay with that too.
I mean, we're doing this to their benefit. We probably should have their input.
I'm debating whether to dignify that with a response.
I was just thinking we were making this decision on what we were going to do without the input of the people that we're going to do it with.
I'm debating whether to dignify any of this with a response.
Look, consent is key.
So yeah, I may also have overstepped in assuming that you wanted to meet with the pillars of the community. Would you like to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
And then that made me think.
Yeah.
If you recall, my plan did include, like, we tell them that we're going to go ask around, but we'll take some of what they deem to be their most vulnerable people.
Yeah, their criteria.
Yeah.
This is ADHD, y'all.
Yeah.
I have ADHD.
I think all of us do, right?
I think we all do. Yeah. It's a spectrum.
It's a spectrum, and we're all on one end of it.
Yeah. Our teeter-totter only goes down. Wait.
It's a spectrum, and we're way down the far end. God.
Oddly enough, I think Lulu might be the most sane among us on that spectrum, which is really fucking weird.
I was muted to speaking to my mom. How am I the most sane now?
You're the normal one amongst us. Just take it.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. That's why my ideas can always be used. Because I'm the only one who's sane and understands the consequences of my actions.
Hey, he didn't say you were sane. He said you were the most sane.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's like being the least on fire.
Yeah, in the land of the burning corpses, the man with only his pants on fire is the least dead. I don't know.
I think you're lying. Your pants are on fire.
And in the land of little piles of ash, the man who is only a burnt but still intact corpse is king. This really is some good comparisons to how all of our brains are on fire. Dix,
yes.
We would like to talk to the pillars of the community, please.
Okay. All right. Yes, you can arrange for that conversation, for that meeting. And we'll get into it very shortly before we go on break, because I believe we'll be losing Lulu shortly after that. Mm-hmm. Now, let's put you back on a page that we have a little bit more flexibility over. This page has a lot of stuff on it already.
Not enough.
It's too much.
What, you don't like an annotated map?
I don't mind the annotated map. I don't want the extra boxes on it.
You could just remove the boxes, but okay.
I am.
Removing the map does not count as removing the boxes from the map.
No, I did this also. Funny enough, they didn't. Control X did not actually delete them. That's what threw me off. All right. Okay. So we've got everyone in the box. The boxes aren't actually necessary anymore because you've made your decision, but they're there for representation of the choice you made. And it's worth noting that when you oh, that's why I wanted boxes. I wanted to know who is Who wants to be present at this? Who's going down for this? And are you taking any NPCs?
And were we ever going to go to the core light column?
Are you ever going to go to Core Light Column?
After this question mark. We did completely forget about that, didn't we?
I just realized I
God.
came back to my computer and saw the map. I was like, oh, right.
Good job, guys. I need to start getting ready to go. So
Okay.
I can't believe you're leaving when we've just proven how competent we are without without the quote unquote most sane person. You're leaving us like this? Do you
And-
trust it to be a campaign here when you get back?
no, but I'm interested to see on how bad it goes.
And for your reference, Lulu, so you're not left out, we were joking about how ADHD all of us were, and I realized, wait a minute, Lulu might be the least ADHD among us.
No, I actually had to get medicated for it for years.
Okay, then you may be the most medicated ADHD among us.
Oh yeah,
Imagine.
I don't attend
Imagine.
these sessions medicated.
That's why I've made jokes about amphetamines in the past, because that's ADHD medication.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, that explains a lot, actually. I think we're just on amphetamines.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
are, but, you know, I thought you were on non-medicinal amphetamines.
Okay. Well, as part of the ADHD crew, your insights are valuable.
Wait, one of the crews has ADHD?
Oh,
Really,
Lord.
actually.
All right, I need to go. I need to go get stuff packed, because this is going to be a bit of a trip. So
All right.
I will see you all around. Let me know how the conversation goes with trying not to get yourselves killed, and also plan for the fantasy game.
Let me make sure that I have schedules. Ginja, you're not going to be here next week. Is anybody else out next week?
I should be fine next week.
I should be fine.
All right.
Yeah, and my out is more
I see.
almost certainly very late rather than completely not there.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I see that now. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, need to know which characters are wanting to be part of this, and which NPCs you want to take with you.
These are the same NPCs, right?
I'll
You know-
trust your judgment to use Virgilia however she needs to be used. So, otherwise, I'm out.
Oh no, Virgilia, don't do it. Don't sacrifice your life for all of us.
Here's the question. Dex, Dex, can we explain this plan to, like, the three NPCs that we were using here before, Orion, Quana, and Aurelia?
Mhm.
Can we explain this plan to them beforehand and see how okay they are with staying for roughly how long do we expect it to? I'm not a ship's person. Roughly how long do we expect this to take? To at least check some places and see if anyone's willing to take them.
Couple months.
Couple months.
Well, that was weird.
Didn't
I
Nox
mean,
say something?
I would think I'll be outside, but
No, I mean, like, fucking, how many places do we have to check? Aldrima, Simona, Lamiera, and fucking. There we go, it's 3 easy to start. How fast can we check all three of those places, Dex? Roughly. Actually, no. Probably the one person task. Nox, how fast can we check all three of those places?
Well, if I start torching, we can check out 2 or 3 places a day.
And if you don't start torching,
We can check out like 1 or 2 places a day.
how does that torching recover from that? Because your torching just costs hit points, right? Does that mean you could recover your quote unquote effort faster?
I mean,
you're torching.
kind of. Yeah. If Kana were to spend all of her effort on the I have to spend a week in real space effort to recover, and then start using hit points, yeah, the hit points will recover faster.
yeah. Scary. But yeah, in that case, say we have like 3 places to check, just like as a precursor. We check Audruma, we check Mona, we check Audruma, Lamiera, Mona in that order. So our crew would have to stay here for like a week while we do that. Let's say a week. Are there any gaps in that plan so far? And if not, how okay are these 3 with potentially staying here for a week?
Okay, I think a week is actually a good time frame. It's a little bit on the low end, but if you jumped from Artemis to Audruma and then Audruma to Lamiera, I forget. Can you do 7 hexes? Does Starfarer actually give you +1 distance, or is it just +1 speed?
I seem to remember some bullshit along that line. Yeah.
It is actually +1 distance. Okay, then yes, you can jump straight from March to Androids. All of those being a single jump that takes 6 days divided by your drive. So
1 day.
yeah, basically 1 day.
Yeah.
And you don't have to
like,
refuel
back here.
because you did that thing.
Yeah. And then like we info drive back here to cut out the return journey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, like a week then seems okay. So how okay are these 3 with staying here for a week, potentially, for diplomatic reasons? Like just to, do what they've been doing, while we try and find somewhere to put the rest of the people, put all the people from here. And also, would they like anyone else with them if that would make them feel better about it?
Let's see. Orion is Orion is your the most hesitant because he also has obligation to his mercenary crew.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you're
I was wondering. See,
you're actively splitting him up, yeah.
yeah, I did wonder if I did wonder if Nick's being here would help, but then I realised no, that would just mean the Kevins are by themselves, but that's worse.
Or the Kevins are here also, which is
also not good, yeah.
adding a lot more people. So Orion is your
Not even-
holdout.
Yeah,
Kawana.
it's not even more people, it's the electronics in the Everworld.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kawana is she's taking the position of this is best for the Raza and for the Raza saving the world, and so I'm going to do it even though it scares me. Aurelia is also a little bit hesitant, but is willing to do it.
Okay.
She likes the attention that she was getting.
Nice. Okay. Is there anything that we could do to alleviate their respective worries, or do we just let Koana and Aurelia be a little bit scared and swap Orion out for someone?
I don't know if there's anything you could do to alleviate their respective worries.
Okay.
If you think of something, then mention it. But off the top of my head, I can't think of anything. Like Kawana's already alleviating her own respective worry because she's convinced herself that this is to save the universe. Aurelia doesn't have that same kind of religion kind of aspect to it.
Okay.
And
That's fair.
Orion will take some significant convincing if you don't want to just replace him with somebody else.
I think it may be easier to just replace him with somebody else. It would be nice to get someone with some combat capability, given that that is part of why we chose him in particular to be with the others. But I don't.
Master Julia. I mean, I feel like we should leave someone, one of our better guards, if we're doing security wise.
See, originally I did want to put down Libra, but then I remembered. All right, yeah, combat android, Infraworld. If not for the fact that he had turbo cancer, Percy would probably volunteer.
Actually, I mean, Kami might be. No, wait, no, not. Oh no, I'm thinking of Shushin. Never mind. Right?
Is there any of this open discussion, or is this still keeping things kind of keeping a lid on things?
We're not discussing it with the Aldermans, if that's what you're asking. No, the Aldermans fucking
Okay.
the
I mean, among your crew.
Masons. Yeah, among the crew. Sure. If Orion's not willing, then I guess I'm trying to think whether I have anyone else in mind particularly, and the answer is not really. So
Well, so I actually do have a thought on that. It's not a security person, which I
Let's
kind
hear
of wish we had. I kind of like to have a security person, but Chi Shin is actually a real person to leave in this situation, I think.
Jishin, that's a really good one for this. Actually, you're so right. You're so right, actually.
Much as I don't want to give up my technician in the workshop.
But you're so right. You're entirely correct.
Also, you get a message. Asta is volunteering. You don't know
shit,
how
let me
she
see.
heard.
I was thinking. I mean, I was also thinking Asta as one of the G1s. And I guess, yeah, Asta is also pretty appropriate for this.
Man, being a xenophile gets you all kinds of job opportunities.
Just don't try. I mean, just to really be careful. The entities aren't that friendly. Think scary alien.
No, you think I was going to discourage her?
I'm just saying to make sure to approach it with that in mind.
She will assure you that she will think first on the security of the diplomatic team.
Yes.
Okay,
exactly.
good.
She'll take her role as, she is guarding them seriously. Yeah, that's her first priority.
Yeah. I feel like it is reductive and non-serious to say that her natural response to scary alien would be lip biting and hair twirling, but
She might have too much of the horror movie curiosity of, ooh, that's new. Yes, you're not entirely wrong.
Aside, yeah, joke aside, she is genuinely competent enough that I'm okay with her being like the security presence on this. Is Chi Shin okay with it? That's the question.
Well, she has some sharp things to say in a language you don't understand.
Does it help even slightly if Doug was?
But are the words usually like the ones that are used when working on stuff? Or are they different from what I'm used to hearing?
They're the words that she usually uses when she goes to do the thing that she was told that seem to have triggered the words. So it's her response when she's doing what she was told and is just voicing complaint.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
She is willing to. She recognizes that even if you guys didn't personally see any of the Vega while you were there, you do have accounts of the Vega that can possess, and so she's.
It's also possible that could help the mental slaves could also help with the whole sleep thing too.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting thought. Okay.
I don't know if it will or not, but that was mechanically part of my thought there.
All right. Oh, that's an interest. I'm glad you mentioned that. I'll give that some thought. Because I hadn't thought of it. But yeah, she's pretty. Despite her complaints, she generally does what's best for the Raza.
Yeah. Well, and she's very I mean, a stable presence for perhaps for Aurora and whatchamacallit, Guana.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll swap Orion out, and are you okay on Asta?
Yep.
All right, I'll put Asta over there and Chi Shin. Move them all over a little bit. And Chi Shin is also competent at low-tech technology.
This just continue. They're not going to want to give it back. I do wonder what's going to happen when Riley and crew see Chi Shin and they're like, we need to explain how teleportation works, but I think they're going to have an instinctive understanding of what it is that's going on with Chi Shin. If that makes sense. Like, we don't need to explain what's going on there for her to go, oh, right, this is a person of significance. You know?
All right, and so we get to that meeting. I still need to know which PCs want to be involved. I think Lulu had intended for Virgilia to be there, so we'll put Virgilia there. We're also
Yes.
10 minutes past our break time. So, as the last thing that we do before the break, please put your token into the take 50 come back box if you're going to be there.
Mhm.
And
Oh, there are two Virgilias.
Nox, if you... I don't know why we have two Virgilias. Oh, because I already had a Virgilia on there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Nox, if you need, I will move Kana over there.
Okay, I'll see you all in 15 minutes. 15 minutes, right?
Is everyone there that is going to be part of the meeting?
This is on the new screen. Hold on, I got too many.
Oh yeah, it's it is in
Why are you
the
tapped out?
Roll20 screen.
Well, no, I'm not tabbed out. I've just got too many sheets pulled open.
Okay, that's acceptable.
I was like, there we go.
My ability to manipulate the screen is nil.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. Do you want me to move Kana there?
Is 50 enough?
Arbitrary
I
number.
think it's just an arbitrary. Yeah, it's an arbitrary
It is,
number
yeah.
right now.
Arbitrary number that is not all of them.
It's a placeholder.
Yeah.
All right. So the whole crew,
Including crew.
including crew. Go ahead and take 15. Come on back at we'll do 25 after, so technically 14. I'm stealing a minute from you.
Yeah.
No.
And bring us back to the frame.
You fool.
Decking me up for being late when I'm not actually late is making us late.
I'll be back in a month.
Yeah, our next game is in September. All right, September 30th.
I got totally disconnected. Wow.
Oh.
You see, even Discord's done with your relentless smart assery.
I think that you instead hacked me. I've been hacked.
What? No, I would never.
This is the malicious hacker attacker.
You think I would do such a thing? Well, okay, I totally would. But that means that I totally would have done it. But that means that I totally would have done it sooner than this. So why has it never happened before now, huh?
Look at all this time that I'm wasting.
Yes, I am looking at it.
Successfully.
I mean, if I'd shown up this late, you would have had reason to say something. But me being here, making us late by fucking getting teased, is fair, apparently.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because we enjoy teasing you. Yeah.
Can't believe you people.
You like being teased too.
Were you not teasing me when I wasn't here? You totally sounded like you were talking about me when I wasn't here. Like, judging by the way I came back into the conversation.
Oh, we
totally
were.
Sounded like you were talking about me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So, you don't need me to be here to tease me.
Well, I would prefer you be here to tease you because I know you enjoy it.
That's fair. I disagree with that second part.
Oh.
I have it on good authority that he does not disagree with the second part.
I'm sorry, Nugs. What good authority do you have on how much I enjoy being teased by Dex?
That was very specific.
That's a very loud silence.
I'm going into a work-related tunnel.
Man, I wish I had those kinds of excuses. Legitimate excuses.
Okay, but now that you're back, as the evidence by the fact that we can hear you, what were your thoughts?
Oh, another tunnel coming up. All right, refocusing this back on game. So you gather up. You're able to. Let me start my sentences over. The pillars of the various communities on Onlau agree to meet with you. Lisette coordinates a time and well, time is kind of on your side because they are being as accommodating as they can to you. But but sets some limitations because it takes time for them to prepare an expedition, make sure everybody's safe to travel outside of their barrier regions. For those that are traveling to the hospital.
That's fair.
Or
We'll
actually,
make
not.
an
Sorry, not to the hospital. They'll be traveling to one of the other locations because that is safer for them.
Yeah, because the other groups don't have a relay to protect them on the way.
The other groups also don't have 500 more people that would possibly suffer if things go wrong.
Yeah.
They're taking you to a lower populated area in case of,
What, gunfight?
gunfight, something going wrong with negotiations, or just the sheer fact of the extra people that they don't know attracting something.
Okay, that's fair. That's actually a fair point. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they've got a few good reasons for just kind of taking you to one of the lower populated places.
Mhm.
Where were we? There we go. Nope, that's the timeline. The hell is my own loud notes? That's the timeline. I don't need the timeline. Okay.
It sounds like you're getting the timeline regardless.
There we go. Freeman Center. Power communities. That's what I'm looking for. All right. And I think Freeman Center is probably where they go. It is the lowest population. The people there can be. It's much easier to make the people there ready to move in case of barrier failure than either of the other locations. Dawkins Institute, the not the secondary intake that you explored, but the actual prison has a little bit under 200 people. The hospital, as you know, is about 600, and Freeman Center houses only about 35 people. When you arrive, you recognize that this was, at the time of building, a daycare and recreation facility for at-risk youths. I mean, it says that on the signage.
Every youth on this planet is at risk.
Now they are, yes.
Yeah.
But
I mean, who could begrudge in town? I'm sorry, I was just going. I was tangent. Carry on.
No worries. No worries. One of the things that makes this a good location is that there's lots of windows and a lot of high visibility outside of the common areas of the center. Now, I was going to spring on you that Riley is not present, but that feels a little bit unfair since you're not actually meeting at the at Gray Memorial, and she can't just be made present easily. So I'll assume that if you wanted Riley to be here, then you would have said something over the comms. And with that assumption, I'll ask, did you guys want Riley to be here?
I think really being here may or may not be beneficial, but regardless of that, I am amazed that they would make the trek out here without bringing Riley for protection. Like, I'm surprised that it's hinging on whether we asked, you know?
Yeah. I understand.
Like, I think we probably would have assumed that implicitly enough that we wouldn't have said anything.
Gotcha. Okay.
Anyone disagree?
No, but I did miss a word or two.
You did what?
I did miss a word or two. My cats are yelling at me.
Oh, basically, Viral's argument is that you guys would have assumed that they would not travel to from the hospital to a different location without Riley, and so wouldn't have made clear that you wanted Riley present.
Yeah, like it's like saying you're going on a 2-day exposition. Don't forget to bring food and water.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
you don't need to
forget
say that.
Don't forget to bring Riley.
Yeah, you're going through the swarm of psychic ghosts. Don't bring your anti-psychic ghost person.
Right.
It doesn't need saying, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Makes sense.
Okay. So then when you get there, you discover that Riley is not present among the people that have been gathered as important people and pillars of the community, influential people.
Huh.
So they're not. So they're not bringing their. They might have trouble surviving for much longer. They're not. They're people at risk. It's just all the important people.
You do see that they have guards with laser guns, with laser pistols, not with pistols, laser rifles, not just the ballistics that they had advanced on you with.
I suppose there is right. Ballistics would be kind of useless in this planet, wouldn't they? No, they might still have been fighting.
Ballistics are literally only for killing people on this planet. Yes.
Yeah. Which doesn't necessarily mean they're useless, but
right. It depends on your stance on violence.
Yeah, it's also possible that one of the smaller like splinter communities also has a psychic who they are not psychic, fucking vagabonded who they brought instead of Riley. But I suppose we have no way of knowing.
Well, no, I guess not.
Your what's it called? Your other space detector can't make out from the mess, but Virgilia and Kana can still identify.
Right. Yeah.
And they don't detect any Vega.
Huh. Okay.
They have traveled here without a crew.
Huh.
Or parallel.
Well, that's going to be our conversation. Maybe not straight off the bat, though, or maybe straight off the bat, I don't know. I just, hey, as part of the proceedings, why didn't you bring any defences? But it sets off on the wrong foot.
Okay.
Do we do it anyway? Is it important enough to make us think of it anyway? Maybe.
Well, the issue is we did want to make sure we had Riley with on board, right?
Did we? I'm kind of indifferent.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're coming back anyways, right?
Yeah.
And we're already. Okay.
Yeah. Like, I imagine Riley's contribution to this would be very loud, but you need to save everyone. Yeah, we're going to do it eventually. Okay. There we go. It's almost like she's here with us.
I agree with you up until the point where you mimed her saying okay.
Okay, I know.
She would have a different response there.
I know. So it's maybe more productive not having her here, actually. God.
She has expressed herself as a stubborn, scared teen.
She sure has, hasn't she?
I hope so. All right.
Was that what you're going for?
It is, yeah. And slightly coddled, but I don't think she's really had the opportunity to show that as much in the situations that you've had her in. Well, not slightly coddled, very coddled.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll ask you. It sounds you clearly want to ask why they haven't brought Riley. It sounds like. Do you want to open with that, or do you want to work it in diplomatically, smoothly?
Work it in diplomatically smoothly, probably near the end.
Okay.
Okay, so Doug's not gonna talk. Okay.
And you do have Virgilia here. She is very diplomatic and can navigate this for you.
Unfortunately, Lulu's not actually here, so Virgilia's fucking glibness doesn't actually matter much.
Well,
because we are talking.
Unless you do anything that kind of goes like I'm giving you the benefit of the goodwill and trust that you've already built up, plus Virgilia being skilled at social interactions. And so the only roles that I foresee you need to make are if you kind of push basically.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you're not going to assume that we fuck up. We just need to fuck up ourselves. Got it.
Yes, exactly. That is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I said I'm not going to talk.
Hey now, this is a role playing game. We're all role playing, so you're allowed to talk if you want to.
Yeah, I know, but Doug's going to take a cue from y'all for this time, unless out of character we decide that we want to flub this, in which case Doug can speak.
I support this.
This is the role that Doug plays.
Okay. If you're sure.
So you present to them the idea of taking just a few of them, probably those that are most at risk of being lost to the infraworld, or that otherwise are a burden on survival of others, or unlikely to survive themselves. And that's
or require medical attention. That's another angle.
Or require medical attention. Okay.
How many people can be comfortably fit actually? That's capacity is 200, right? So about 150?
100, yeah, 150, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, about 150.
There is some pushback from them in not wanting to split their communities, not wanting people within their communities to see that people are gone. But
and that is fair and understandable. But we figured that this would be an encouragement to you that we're coming back. If we're leaving some vulnerable as well, if that's okay.
Well,
you know what I mean.
There are some concerns that you might be slavers, but again, the goodwill that you've built up already has more or less removed that, and the fact that you're leaving a group of people here to, I think Virgilia would put it as, to help start people on understanding what life will be like outside of Onalau, to start, providing that heads up and advanced primer on life outside the infraworld.
That's good. Yeah, what she said.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ginder.
There is also the point, and like if they've already decided we're not slavers, it's not a point that would need to be made. But like, slavers wouldn't be coming here and saying let's take the weakest.
Right.
Away. They would want the stronger. We're saying no. We want to protect as many of you as possible. Let's have the ones that need the help most first.
Is there a gentle diplomatic way to remind them that we don't take anyone and they trust that we'll come back is also an option that we're okay with doing?
I will say this. That would require a roll.
Fair enough. Not gonna mention it. They seem more or less okay with this.
The reason that I would call a roll for that is that
it's a change,
in their position, the dynamic, the power dynamic that they're in, that could come across as a threat, and I don't want to just make it come across as a threat. That's what the die roll would be for.
Okay. Yeah, it's genuinely not intended as a threat, but
right.
Yeah, no, I'm not even going to mention it if there's a risk of it coming across as such.
Yeah.
Percy has +1 charisma. He's sharp enough to realize this.
He's also very good at connecting with people.
Yeah.
So yeah, the fact that you're taking the weak and infirm is like those that even say that hey, that's this is how slavers would try to. They are dismissed or argued internally among their own group about, hey, they also don't take the weak and infirm. So your argument is you don't even have to raise that. You don't even have to argue against it. They all kind of agree that no, that's you guys have proven yourself that that's not your intention.
Mhm.
You really did build up a lot of goodwill early on. Oh, sorry. Malcolm, go ahead.
I like to think we did. I think we made a good point. I think we made a strong point of that as a focus.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
and
Man,
they
it's
did.
weird having
Go ahead, Viral.
Man, it's weird having a good reputation.
Yeah. It helps that they didn't discover Riley left for the night.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does.
I mean, there's a reason we made that sneaky. That's, again, part of our efforts to maintain a good reputation.
Wait! I've just had a bad thought. Oh dear, I'm not sure if I should say it. I don't want to give Dex ideas.
Nah, you can keep it to yourself. Dex already knows what you're thinking.
Do you know? Okay.
I was getting my ideas. It's like, yeah, surely there's, for slavers it'd be easier slaves to find.
I think Viral's thought is in a different direction and limited to a single individual. And so yes, there are some concerns about how it would look to other community members that people are missing. Mitigated by you leaving people here to help explain where they're going, what they've done, and how you're trying to yeah, that is exactly what I thought you were going to say there, Viral.
You didn't actually know. Yeah, the people that leave them behind are also explaining why it was those particular community members that were picked and not whoever's left.
I mean, I believe in giving people the GM all the ideas.
I think it's probably also a relevant point that, like, our initial sweep for places that we could potentially put them, like our likeliest picks, that initial sweep should only take a week, so the people will be away for a week, which is not as bad as you're never going to see them again.
That is also a point in your guys' favor. I mean, as I said, this can flow from start to end without you guys having to make a single roll, because effectively you've already made all the rolls getting you here.
We're building off the foundation.
So
we're just utilizing the foundation we built.
What's that?
No, we're just utilizing the foundation that we've already built.
And so they are willing to gather up a handful of people. Yeah, they're kind of 50 is a good number. So they're around 50. They're going to send some people that don't fit the criteria of the weak, the at risk, as caretakers.
Good one.
Well, and also perhaps at least maybe a couple useful people to say, hey, this is not entirely a useless population.
Yeah. What, you don't want to sell them to other planets as these are educated and enlightened people?
We're not selling them to anyone.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right? Poor choice of words.
Selling the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we try and sell the people, then we ourselves are going to wake up with knives in our eyeballs.
We do have Shadow on board.
We do have a shapeshifter with a grudge against slavers, yes.
Now.
Yes.
You won't find knives in your eyeballs. She has a gun.
I believe this silence.
I think it is. I don't remember anymore.
Yeah.
I know it's a really good.
So we just all wake up with 5 bullets on our heads. One to kill us, one to make sure, and then 3 more for good measure.
I believe I did describe that you barely heard the muffled shots when she killed somebody as you were assaulting the ship, the slaver ship.
Yes.
So yeah, it's silenced as much as a gun without using pre-tech can be silenced.
They're taking 50 people.
Yeah, about that.
Okay, so yeah, that's going to be all of my effort, and then also I have to torch.
Okay. They don't necessarily need this to be done today. So if spending a day recovering effort helps you, then because you won't have had to teleport the whole crew down. You can just teleport yourself and then teleport them back up.
Or we can just land the ship.
We should not just land the ship.
Should we not?
Or we could split the transport over a couple of days to massively reduce the actual amount of effort that you need per day.
We could.
I mean, it's fine. It's just bringing people down will cost 1 effort, and then bringing 5 groups of 12 people up will also cost me an effort each time.
And remember, if she does torch, it's just some hit points, and you will have recovered that with the next couple days of travel.
In fairness, like in character, Miokin would tell us if she's we would assume that she would tell us if she's approaching her limit, and Miokin would not consider torching to be approaching her limit as long as she's not so Miokin wouldn't give any indication that anything is beyond the norm here.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't worry.
And part of this is because I currently have. Oh wait, no, never mind. It'll be a lot more than that. Yeah, no, I start with 2, so I go up to 3. Okay, I'm down to 7 health. So this is my limit.
Wait, what? Just like that? What? What happened? What?
Yeah, the 2 super jumps, I haven't recovered from those yet.
Okay.
So those are going to cost me 2 effort continuously until a week passes.
Okay.
And then I take the crew down. That's 3. And then I have 2 uncommitted effort and 37 HP.
Okay. And how much does torching cost each time?
10 health.
Okay.
So after I complete my jumps, I'm down to no effort and 7 health.
Okay. Is that close enough cut that Viokin would say something beforehand or during?
After the last jump, I will say that I'm tapped.
Okay.
I feel like there should be some sign of exertion there.
Same.
I guess that's definitely up the decks.
We can play that out. I think what's important for this part here is, it sounds to me, Nox, correct me if I'm wrong, that Kana is portraying this as something that she can do today if needed.
Yeah, that's the important bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Alleviating some of the risk to Kana, whether it's necessary or not, they say that it will take them at least a day to gather up the people and convince the people that they believe would be best suited for this. In addition to caretakers, they do also want to send some of their better diplomatic kind of representatives. They're not practiced at space diplomacy, but they still want their more likable people to present a good face for whoever's home is taking them in, which is how they think of it, is you're putting them in somebody's backyard.
That's basically what we're thinking of doing, right?
Yeah, that or starting a new colony.
Yeah, but I think that's pretty much Kamiego, right?
Yeah, I feel like starting a new
colony is imminently possible.
Starting a new colony is probably a slightly longer term thing. We need to put them somewhere in the meantime.
Well, I mean, I'm not opposed. So we did so basically last time was Kamiego. It's like, so I'm not opposed to doing the same thing another cycle, but it's a little variety.
Yeah, you definitely unlocked other locations that you'll be able to use in war in this cycle, and you haven't actually unlocked Kamiego. I mean, you would if you decided to colonize them with Onalau people, but it's something you could do. It just hasn't happened yet.
And again, I think it's not something we could just drop them. We would need to make an investment of time and effort there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the main thing there is water, and yeah, we basically had to spend a good bit of effort setting them up for water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for now, let's see if there's something faster that we can do. Let's see if there's something faster we can do, given that they really want out.
They do. They express this that they are taking some significant risks to their viability and their social trust network by doing this, but they're risks that they're willing to take. Now, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to fuck this all up because one of them says Riley's not gonna be happy about any of this.
About leaving and settling somewhere else.
About taking only a portion initially.
Oh.
Now the opportunity to fuck everything up is basically, are you gonna ask about Riley right now?
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand the thing.
Does Doug jump in?
Oh God,
I mean,
does he?
I really want to.
Go for it if you want to. Go for it if you want to. Dex, can I get in one more question on the previous topic before the Riley thing comes up?
Sure, go ahead.
Not a question, but like, if they have anyone that they particularly want us to bring to the negotiating table with the places that we're talking to, just like point us towards the most charismatic people, your diplomats, and we'll ensure that they're included in the process. I just want that on paper before this goes tits up.
Yeah. They already are working towards that. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, Doug, fire away.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Riley, where is she anyway? Kind of expected her if y'all were traveling. Oh wait, where they've traveled through, outside of their perimeter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, just y'all don't use her to, like deal with the entities.
Use her as possibly the worst verb you could have chosen there.
Yeah, I realize.
Mostly because I think you're correct.
And now I say it like that, I don't think that. That's not great.
No, I think you're right. I think they do treat her as a tool rather than a value pillar of the community, and that's why it's going to drop on the nerves.
Yeah. Well.
Lisette responds, and says that Riley didn't finish her homework yesterday, so she's getting an extra day of lesson, and we have she basically says that our non-Riley guards here are capable of keeping us safe for short trips here. We don't always have to have her.
Alright, yeah. You're grounded for not doing your homework. Wow.
In fairness, like, she does have a point. I imagine the discussion would be overcut with a certain amount of loud, but you're not taking it. You said you would take everyone if Riley was here.
And yeah, they do kind of get into that. Riley has been making some noise, and she has made some promises on your behalf already. But they are. Yeah, they're on your side against Riley in this. Whether you're against Riley or not, they're on your side against Riley, and just saying she's just being a dramatic teenager, and she'll see that this is the better way of going about this.
Yeah, I don't like that phrasing. Her feelings are valid.
She's entitled to be dramatic about it. This is, one of the most dramatic things that could happen outside of saying, "Hey, we'll take you somewhere else."
But I mean, there are unfortunate realities that need to be acknowledged. If I was speaking to Riley, I don't know. It's like You know, so you can't just tell a kid that their thoughts, that what they feel doesn't matter. That they're wrong.
Okay, please to be extracting the foot from the mouth now.
All right, yeah, I'm not here to more.
Lisette is a little bit softer on that and agrees-ish with Doug.
It's like agrees in principle, but sometimes it's really hard to stand by principle.
Yeah, basically. Expresses that it's very hard to find a balance for the girl between what the community needs and what she needs.
Well, and having that responsibility of that, with great power comes great responsibility, they say. I don't know who said that, but
I think it was Abraham Lincoln.
I think it was Uncle Ben. Within character, I have no idea who the heck that is. Actually, I mean, was that actually? No, that doesn't matter.
I can't remember if it was Uncle Ben or the aunt. I can't remember her name either. Was it? Okay, yeah. While he was dying, right?
Dying words. That's why it was Uncle Ben's dying words. That was why it stuck in so hard.
That's right.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, surely it's something. Surely it's an expression that exists before, but that's the one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
I can tell you who definitely isn't well known for saying it.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yes, let's leave it at that.
Or Doug. Doug's probably not well known for saying it.
Back on track, Percy will think for a moment and then, more delicately than usual, say, hopefully the community won't have such a heavy need of her soon with this, and you'll be able to focus on her own needs.
There's a murmur of agreement from those that came from Grey Memorial. Of some of them, not all of them, obviously, but some of them expressed that it would be nice to just let her be like the other girls. No, like the other kids, I guess they'd say.
Oh god, I have my Sunday night game. I'm playing a character that I'm just gonna love, like being snarky about stuff like that.
No.
Did you say on your Saturday game?
Did
you say Saturday night game? Okay, good. That means you get it out your system before Sunday.
No. It's the game after this.
Oh, okay.
Sunday night.
Okay,
yeah. Sorry.
Right. That's
so someone's gonna leak out. Someone's gonna leak out now, and you waste it. I know.
The stairs at clock. 10 p.m. Sunday. You can see my confusion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't even think the clock.
All right. Well,
that overall didn't go too explosively.
No, you navigated that even with the Riley roadblock, or not roadblock, the Riley speed bump coming up. And I still don't feel like any of that was cause for rolls. They're in agreement with the plan, and they'll. What's that?
Riley did lose a few points for not doing their homework. Because that's not hard working.
Remind me what Riley was doing instead.
Like hard worker.
Remind me what Riley was doing instead of her homework.
Well, I know that Lulu is going to have Virgilia be upset because Riley convinced Virgilia that she had done her homework.
Oh, right. Okay, no, that changes things. No, never mind.
That was a precondition. That was a precondition for Riley.
Yeah. She was supposed to have done her homework before joining us.
Never mind. That's actually really funny. I thought you were saying that Riley hadn't done, like, she had missed a day's homework because she was out gallivanting with us. That's actually funnier.
Well, she might have actually done it after lying to us if we hadn't taken her. Potentially. So we made sure she didn't do her homework. Yep. We were not the reason.
So we made sure she did the homework, and then made sure she didn't do it.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't think the value mentioned here was like too big of a problem because we more or less agree with these people. The challenge with Riley is going to be when she finds out about this plan and comes up to us and goes, "What the fuck?"
Well, fortunately, that's.
Well, you did your homework.
Like, yeah, we said we'll take everyone. You said you did your homework. Shrug.
I'm sure that'll go over great.
I wouldn't say that.
We remember that next year.
I wouldn't actually say that, but
I would.
Yeah.
Doug absolutely would.
Yeah, and remember which one of us has a charisma score.
I've got a 12, right?
No, you haven't. I checked that there. God. But yeah, the tricky bit with Riley is going to be the next time that we speak to her after this.
Yeah. And I do think that we'll hold that for next session. We'll make this a little bit shorter. Is there... So, everything's sealed. They'll get about 50 people. They'll have under 60 to make sure that Kana isn't doing 6 trips instead of 5 trips.
Good. Ideally, they should keep it under 55 so Kana can, or under 56 so Kana can also take. No, under 55 so Kana can take us back too.
I can do 6 trips. The 6th trip will knock me out.
That's right, because you complete it before you go down.
She can do 5 trips.
We will navigate
she can
that
do however
issue.
many trips Kana manages to convince us she can do.
Yes.
And if that is 6, we will quickly find out that she was wrong.
I mean, we won't find out if she was wrong because she will complete the 6th trip.
I mean, we will find out. Okay, we will find out that her definition of how many can you do is different.
And it's just that she herself will trip upon doing the 6th trip.
Yes.
You know what? Actually, that is something that we can do before I end the session today. So, Nox, I hope you're prepared for this.
I'm not. Let's do it anyway.
All right, let's do it anyways.
Does kind of recover at all between the overnight?
Yes, she does recover a little bit overnight. And you guys can go back to your ship. You can rest there.
Do we recover all of our health overnight?
Your level's worth of hit points.
Oh, well, we recovered less than I thought that we did.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It might also plus like your constitution, but
has that always been wrong?
Nope, it's just straight levels worth of hit points.
Has that always been wrong? Huh. I thought it was more than that.
Yeah, no, I thought we went back to full.
Yeah, same.
Nope. The without numbers systems are not generous with healing.
I mean, it's not as cruel as some systems.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
If we do a day 2, 5 trip will knock me out.
Let's see.
I should be coming up on a week pretty soon as well.
Okay. I'm just double checking here to make sure that your constitution is not added to it. I'm pretty sure it isn't.
If it's constitution modifier, it doesn't matter. My constitution is 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say it wouldn't make a major difference anyway.
Okay, then I'll look it up later. Yep, That's what I was looking for. Thank you, Ginja.
Yeah.
So it's
last paragraph of 53.
Just how you know we don't lose hit points often enough.
Yeah.
We're 10th level, and it's never been relevant how much you heal overnight.
Like, we have picked our fights carefully so that we never have them back to back to back.
I will absolutely
roll
change
60
that.
on 10d6, please.
Well, I mean, when you have a ship like the Raza, like it makes more sense. It's more of a challenge, like if you're landlocked or something like that.
Yeah.
You can be harried, but we're regularly in a position where we can engage from anything that would turn into a long extended attrition situation. I think.
Basically,
unless we had to defend a static location.
We the Raza are essentially unsiegeable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've also had a teleporter for a long time.
Yeah, it's like if a fucking castle could just grow legs like Baba Yaga's hut and fuck off.
Mortal Engines campaign. Here we go.
We don't have a outpost on the ground that needs to be we don't have any static positions that need to be defended.
Yeah.
It's like trying to see Child's moving castle.
So the night passes. You can take the ship out of the infra incursion again. Although that does compact your window a little bit. But you did it the first time. It's probably better to just do it again. Otherwise, we'll be doing that next session.
Compact your window?
What's that?
Compact your window? Question mark.
Compact your window?
You said it compacts a window. I bet to do that again.
Oh, to leave the infraworld incursion to sleep on your ship. It basically just sets a smaller window to finish up with whatever arrangements you've got on the planet, and for Connor to teleport them over. It's not meaningfully impacting you. It's just narratively making the window in which you can do all this smaller.
Fair. No, I was just thinking about Tiamat, and I was like, "There's nothing like that here, is there?"
Nope. I'm just trying to present that sleeping safely without risk of falling into the infraworld is taking time for you.
Adds a lot of delay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take a medicine.
All right. So.
Now, speaking of time, does the extra time that we have so bought give us enough time to fit the extended life support stuff on the ship?
Yeah, you can do that if you want to.
Okay, I will mark off 40k credits for having made it modular.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and make note of that in the Roz's notes section.
I think that'll, honestly, I think going into war, we have that should be great for moving lots of people. I think that's the point you guys do. Like if we're moving, especially soldiers.
Exactly. Yeah. Also, honestly, Doug, do you want to mark it? I know the Mazda ship's coming. Kevin, yours the sheet.
Yeah, I'm feeding my cats.
Oh, okay. I'll do it.
If you want to update, that's fine.
Okay. I'm on it.
All right. I'll think of a reason that you wouldn't want to have this installed all the time, but just for basic mechanics, you can just note that it, let's just call it 5 times. It gives the Raza, while installed, it gives the Raza 5 times max crew capacity.
Okay. Should I put it down as a fitting, or?
Nah, just put it in the notes.
Okay.
But that's a good idea. I'll note that. No, I'll figure out what to do with that. You can just put it in the notes for now.
Probably if anything, it'd be a mod.
I was thinking about calling it a mod, but that By association
detachable
with mods means it, or would mean, oh, you are paying 40,000 for it.
Yeah,
Ooh.
detachable mod feels a little bit odd.
Well, you can still have a mod that you're not maintaining. You need to pay more because mod. I think a lot of mod costs for ships. Part of the reason they are really expensive for the
size of ship you have. Yeah.
Yeah, the size. Too, yeah. So it's like 40,000 for a mod. A little bit cheap, but also we did have free text for that specific purpose. So.
Yeah, we had a side quest for it too.
Yeah, the credit cost is more just to make the overall adjustments to your ship. And to give you a sense of scale, it looks like a mod that costs like 10% of your ship would cost 9 million credits to install. On the Raza, at least.
If we spend one more, no. Either if we spend one more day out here, I will be healed from the super jumps. Either that, or I'm already healed from the super jumps now. One of the two.
The effort wasn't there something with the Infra World, or would you back out on
it's
that? Anyways,
a week not in a spike drill.
Yeah, has to be a week not in Metaspace.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but yeah, so Infra World does not count. Yeah, Infra World does not fall under Metaspace.
Yeah, different thing.
Right.
Different thing.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So
yeah.
And I feel like it makes for more interesting dramatic tension to say that it has not been that week yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just on travel time alone, we are coming up on it.
Yeah. You'll definitely have gotten out of that week during the course of your travel with these additional occupants. All right. So the day comes, the time comes. They've gathered up their weakened infirm, their people who need care, their people who need medical attention, as well as a proportion of people who don't need any of that, but are here for the support, both physical and emotional, of those that are traveling, and a couple of people that they believe will be able to present their best argument or their best face if they need to. They are intending to rely on you because you actually know what the world is like outside of Bonalao. But they still want some people that are effectively pretty faces and pretty words that make a good impression.
Yep, someone that's basically able to serve as a representative of their group.
Yeah.
That's not us.
We will be locking those people into a room with Virgilia so that she can help polish up their arguments before we arrive anywhere.
Okay, yeah. They're sending their version of Aurelia and Kawana. That's the best way to put it.
Fair.
There you go. Yeah. It's
yeah, it works.
Yeah, we're fostering our people with theirs. They're fostering their people with us.
Yeah. See, fostering sounds so much. That's the word I was looking for. That's a much better way. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for earlier.
Ah.
They're just identical clones with an alternate skin color.
Yeah.
And so the teleportation is it can be underway. Important question before that. You didn't need to have any face-to-face communication with them in advance. They're ready to start the teleportation process. But do you want to have had any face-to-face interaction with either the people that are ostensibly in charge or the people that are going to be living with you for a few days? Reminding you that if you do want to have that inspection or face-to-face time, it is going to cost kind of one more effort. get you down there.
Oh, I'd done my numbers assuming that it would that I brought the crew down first.
Oh, okay.
In that case, could we spare an effort so that it doesn't knock you unconscious by not doing that?
If you feel confident.
No, if it's 50 people, like anything between 48 and 60 people is the same amount of effort. So if we're bringing 50 people up, we have 10 people of wiggle room.
Okay. Well, let's go down and get a head count. Watch as it turns into 45.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you can go down, and it says something about these people that their idea of the weak and infirm, they would be viable slaves for slavers. The actually weak and infirm that we think of don't really survive long. You know, you've you've got mostly elderly people, some kids that have lost their parents, and one person that's kind of limping along on crutches and probably needs medical care for an injury that they took what seems like years ago. You know, properly setting a bone and stuff.
I'm sure Shiny will have time between the cancer therapy.
Yeah, or doing more than their medical technology would allow is basically what they need. And then a couple people that are legitimately just sick right now and have been selected because the promise of medical technology that won't risk them dying.
Yeah, that is a thing. Yikes. Yeah.
So they've kept in line with what you expected, with the exception that their weak aren't really that weak.
Yeah. No, they've done exactly what we expected. Just their standard deviation is a lot higher compared to us.
Yes, yeah, that's the best way of putting it.
Not the standard deviation, I mean, standard deviation is probably tighter as well.
Standards, they're thresholds for weak.
Yeah.
Well, that's also probably because there's people that can't provide.
Yeah.
It makes a certain amount of sense.
There is also the factor that apparently they can just decide to die whenever they want.
Yeah, so anyone that's miserable.
Yeah, like I said earlier, you can wake up with turbo cancer or you can not wake up.
I mean, it's a heck of a place for assisted suicide. Not but
I don't know if that changes anything for anyone. But if possible, could we just bring people 12 up at a time, first come as they come, instead of waiting for the whole group of 50?
No, the fact that you guys went outside the infraworld incursion to sleep and then came back means that they're already all assembled when you get there.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Does it change anything for you?
Yeah. There's one other side effect of the fact that they can decide to pass on when they want to, and that is that the people that are here, you can take a sense of their character that they've made that choice at some point. They have decided that their duties and their responsibilities to their fellows are more important than whatever troubles they're facing.
So like either all of these people are either strong of will, dutiful, and or spiteful. I can get behind
yes.
I can get behind this.
That makes sense.
It's an entire grassroots movement.
I think I presented that to you guys in cycle 2. I don't know if I emphasized too much of it.
Yeah, it wasn't a strong emphasis, but it might have come up.
Yeah, fair enough.
Local colony too angry to die.
They have to be, considering with their whole situation.
What was that?
So they have to be, because if they're not too angry to die, then Well, they die.
Yeah, I mean, like, I never thought about it from this context, but I'm actually kind of amazed that there's anything here for us to find in the first place beyond ruins.
Yeah, I know.
It's, I mean, yeah. I mean, I have always kind of thought impressive survived like this. So I personally think it's probably a higher caliber of people in here surviving hardship.
So what you're saying is that this is where we recruit player characters from next time. Got it.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe I do need to write up an Onolau origin focus. All right.
Well, because remember, it'll be 8,000. It'll be at least 8,000 years.
Honestly,
only Onolau people would have to be from Aldrima, essentially.
Well, I mean, for war.
Yeah, that.
Oh, for war. Yeah, no, I guess. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
At this point, I'm curious to know what an Onolau origin focus looks like.
Me too.
Well, they gotta have a bonus to mental saves.
Yeah. Dark.
I feel like it's just true.
I know, but the implication, like, why do they need that?
So, over to Kana. Does Kana have to torch to bring the crew down, and then 50 people up, including crew?
By the end of it, Koana has torched down to 7 health.
Okay, so normal effort expenditure shouldn't necessarily be like something that someone can look over at Kana and be like, oh, she's out of effort. That's not really a sign, but torching is pushing and straining her neural networks. It is causing, that kind of, it's not causing physical damage in her brain, but it is causing enough stress and mental strain that it could, actually makes her easier to take out in combat and possibly knocks her out. How is she weathering that?
I just put on a brave face.
For the record, I have been playing that becomes less emotionally available and a lot more irritable and unwilling to deal with anyone's anything as effort runs out.
Okay.
So I have been playing into that in whatever way I could the entire time we've been here. And so once we're getting into the health amounts, is the apparent that Kana is becoming haggard from the effort.
Okay. Who's close enough to Kana that or is intuitive enough about people that you think that they'd be picking up on this? I'm gonna put Percy out there because of his connect, focus, and skill.
I was thinking, but I didn't want to shove myself into it. I was actually thinking maybe Das because she's quiet and observes a lot, and fucking alert. Also has the alert feat. I mean, I'm happy enough to do it, but
yeah. Do you think Doug would be noticing this?
I'm really conflicted because I feel like he just see that Kana's working hard.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
And in respect to that.
And he's probably seen not the same, but kind of a similar mindset from Chi-Shin. He's almost come to expect it from.
Yeah, because when Chi-Shin is working hard, that's when she starts grumbling more. You know what? Power through.
Oh,
every time Doug talks to Kana, it's because Kana is fucking up and not telling people what's going on.
In fairness, like in the early days, Doug was probably doing a similar amount of neural damage to himself with the amount of caffeine that he was drinking. So
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not really sure Doug would Doug might notice, but I don't think Doug would really tell someone not to push himself so hard.
Yeah, he would notice the circumstance. He would not notice the problem.
Yep.
So, Das and Percy.
Ginja, you want to tackle it, or me, or both?
I don't know. I mean, how fast is this all happening and coming on? What's the situation on our side of it?
Pretty fast, I imagine, actually, because it's a move action for Kana to teleport down there. And she has to wait the next round, so 6 more seconds. Pick out 12 people that she wants to teleport back, and then she teleports back. Another 6 seconds later, and so you'd be getting all of you are probably here at the intake. You're present to bring these people in and get them where they need to go and make sure that everything's going smoothly. So you're all able to observe this, but you're seeing it in little 6-second, multi-second flashes where Kana has to kind of mentally reset before she can teleport again. But
it's not like we're going to stop it from happening.
Move and main.
What's
it's
that?
Really more the consequences.
It's a little. It can be a little bit faster than that. It changes nothing, but you can teleport as a move action and a main action.
I think you can't teleport more than once around, even with that. I may be wrong about that.
You've foiled her quest for speed. How do you feel?
We can look it up later. It doesn't matter right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, provisional application. It's a move action, but can only be done once per round.
Yeah. It requires rift duplication to be able to teleport more than once around.
Yeah, but that's as an on turn. So.
Yeah, but that's also still the only way to teleport more than once around.
It's an on turn with a rider that says even if it's already been done.
Yeah.
And in any other situation, it already being done is a blocker.
I will further complicate the scene, how you see it, because it's not a continuous change that you can witness, as time passes. This is more like stop motion, which accents and highlights differences and changes. When you see something in one frame and it's different in the next, is very different than if you actually watch it changing from one frame to the next.
That's good.
So it is contrasting the how much more snippy and haggard she gets in between each jump. If I'm using the wrong words there, correct me, Knox, but that's what I took from you. So that's what Das and Percy are seeing. She's getting more snippy, more haggard.
Okay. Yeah, I imagine the Percy's, to an extent, getting distracted by watching the process that's going on, and so he'll catch on to it when she's done, when we're on the ship and she's just moving away from the. Because I imagine it's quite possible that she stumbles or something as she's moving away from the cluster.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Das?
I'm gonna let the dice decide.
There.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what Das's response would be, though.
Would it be, are you okay? And then getting your head bit off?
That's what I was thinking, actually.
It could possibly be, yes.
That is what I was thinking.
Probably one of the later jumps. kind of comes down, and Das notices that she's very much not
okay.
the same, not the same as the original
self.
jump. Yeah. And just kind of get her attention and ask if she's okay, basically. Yeah.
Okay. Nox, are you available?
The irony is that as we continue talking about the preamble stuff, we kind of ran out of time for me to do the scene. But
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ain't it always the way?
It's okay. This is my penance. But Kana will answer. I will say this is before the last jump, because if it's after the last jump, Kana knows that she is cooked and is porting back to her room.
Fair. Fair.
Yeah, I think this is. I don't know where in the process, but somewhere towards the end. But we're like down on the planet.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess at that point, Myoken would answer with. Out of energy, resorting to emergency reserve.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's my whole answer. That's a complete statement.
Huh. I don't know that Das has any context for what that would mean.
Yeah, that.
Well,
Makes
Das
sense.
does have effort herself.
Ooh.
True. Yeah.
She doesn't use it very much, but it gives her a little bit more context than somebody who has no psychic talent at all.
Yeah. But I feel like Das probably has never got into a situation that would require more energy than she has.
Probably not, no.
Particularly considering what Kana is doing is like next level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Kana torches, it's stressful. If Das were to torch, it's actual damage. Actual brain damage.
Yeah. Like it's damage in attributes I don't care very much about until they kill me, but it's still damage I would rather not take.
Yeah.
Fair and understandable.
Yeah, it's like the random roll. I think it's like whiz, con, or choice. So as long as it doesn't touch int, I don't care. But obviously there is a limit. Eventually, it gets to the point that it's like, nah, you're just not even a PC anymore. Yeah. I think. I think we've started at this point. Das isn't going to like interrupt the process.
Yeah.
But also, there's probably a conversation somewhere in the future about the meaning of the word emergency.
Quite possibly, yes. Quite possibly.
All right. Did you want to add anything else to it, Nox? We have a few minutes left if you want to flesh out the scene.
I would like to just add that Myoken does say that she is fine and that she can handle it. But other than that, this does seem to be like a more later conversation.
yeah, the middle of the operation is not the ideal time for it, I suppose.
Indeed. That's Das's thought. Is like, if Kana says she can handle it, then she can handle it. But also, she's maybe not handling it the way the rest of us would want. So that's a conversation for later.
I mean, she doesn't fly the ship the way the rest of us would want either. She flies it as
Well,
well.
this is true. This is true.
And we're apparently okay with that.
Yeah.
I live fast by the die young mantra.
I live fast, but I die even faster if I torch too hard.
All right. We will also hold confrontation with Riley for next session as well.
Yeah, I forgot that was on its way.
You know that you're not getting away from here without Riley yelling at you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you actually could if you decided that you absolutely wanted to, but I don't think you're going to.
Yell at Riley.
What's that?
Yeah, right. We're gonna yell at Riley.
Yeah. Do your homework.
But let's go ahead and call that a session and go into review.